Wolves Radio. We take a look at Manny Reed still sitting on the bench for the Dayton Wolves as the Park City Stingers kind of come into the jungle to snap the Dayton Wolves 9-game winning streak. Dayton Wolves get first possession. Winston passes it up to Miller. Miller beyond the three-point line is going to rush to the left side of the floor. Wide open three-pointer, his first. It's nothing but the bottom of the net. 3-0. Dayton Wolves on top already. It's just 15 seconds ticked off the clock. Miller, of course, still leads the AAU World Tour lead in points per game, 25.2. As Washington kicks it back into Stribbling over top of Chris Johnson. You can count the 2 points in. Quick striking ability for Park City. 2-3, 7:30. Miller walks the ball past half court. He's one-on-one with Braden Stribbling. He passes it over to Curry. Curry passes to Johnson. Johnson at the free throw line trying to kick it down low to Winston, but it's stolen by Stribbling. Stribbling's going to rush the floor as he passes it over to Washington. Washington, right side beyond the three-point line, is going to kick it back to Stribbling. Miller gets a hand on it. Stribbling recuperates beyond the three-point line. He's going to kick it over to Kelly. Kelly, with 5 seconds left, is going to kick it over to Allen. Allen to Washington. Washington cuts to the left. Has to fire it on the left corner. No good for the two-pointer. That will be rebounded by Watkins. Watkins up the floor to Johnson. Johnson's going to attack inside in the middle. He kicks it out to Miller. Miller pump fakes beyond the three-point line. It's going to rotate to the right side of the floor at the top of the key. He's going to kick it to Johnson. Johnson back to Miller. Miller down low, foul. Miller counting the low block. That is now 2-5. Dayton Wolves on top. Miller has an opportunity to make this a 4-point game. And of course, starting off for the Dayton Wolves, Miller has all 5 points. Looking to make it all 6 points. As this free throw for Chance Miller is good. All 6 points has gone to Chance Miller. And of course, Park City Stribbling's trying to make things happen. Down 4, 6:35, one-on-one with Miller. Left side of the floor is going to fire it. Left block. No good. Rebounded by Cruz. Back out to Stribbling this time. No good yet again. Rebounded by Winston. Up the floor to Johnson. Johnson to Miller. Miller step back beyond the three-point line. Passes it over to Watkins. Watkins back to Miller. Miller rotates to the left side of the floor. Gets a screen. Rotates to the left. Crosses over right. Kicks it out to Curry. Curry rotates to the right side of the floor, fires the three-pointer, no good. It will be rebounded by Cruz. Up the floor to Washington. Washington out to Stribbling. Stribbling's going to be beyond the three-point line. Back out to Washington. Washington pump fakes one-on-one with Curry. Gets a screen. He's going to rotate. Kicks it over to Stribbling. Stribbling wide open. Three-pointer in the corner. You can count it for Park City. And it is now 5-6. Stribbling all 5 points for Park City. Shooting 2 of 4 from the field. 1 of 1 from the three-point line as Johnson holds the ball. He's going to continue holding it. Passes it over to Winston. Winston to Curry. Top of the key. Curry's going to get a screen. Rotates to the middle. Down low to Winston. Winston's good on the 2 points. The Dayton Wolves back out 3. 6:27. Back and forth contest, Eddie. This is the game we was talking about. These two teams know each other so well. Chris Johnson, Braden Stribbling doing an amazing job guarding one-on-one with Miller, but Miller has to do a better job as we see his team is not in this game. And Stribbling one-on-one with Miller yet again. 6 seconds left on the clock. Kicks it down to Kelly. Kelly back out to Stribbling wide open.
And Kate, the defense of Chance Miller tonight is just not there. Stribbling with all 7 points, as well as Miller doing a fantastic job. 6 points for the Dayton Wolves as we look at the field goals. 3 of 4 for the Dayton Wolves, 3 of 6 for Park City. Miller wide open three-pointer, no good, as it will be rebounded by Kelly. Kelly's going to push the floor for Park City. He passes it over to Stribbling. Stribbling one-on-one with Miller. Beyond the three-point line, is going to kick it down low to Hayes. Hayes wide open, goes in, crams it home for Park City. Park City now with the 1-point lead, 9-8. Miller kicks it up to Curry. Curry in the corner. He's going to have to kick it out to Watkins. Watkins back to Miller. Miller rotates to the right side of the floor, down the middle. Tried to kick it down low to Curry. That will be picked off by Hayes. Hayes up the floor to Stribbling one-on-one with Johnson. That shot no good, but it will be rebounded down low by Kelly. And Kelly's good on the putback. A 3-point lead for Park City. Miller kicks it up to Curry. Curry double team. He has to kick it to Miller. Miller right corner. Going to be stopped by Stribbling. Rotates to the top of the key. Back to Curry. Curry for 3. That one is good, and that will be a tie game. It will be forced Park City to take a timeout. Dayton Wolves ties this game. Miller to Curry on an assist. 3 points. 11-11. 3:56. First quarter of action, Kate. This has been a terrific game so far. And we are still in the first quarter of play.
This will get better from here. Dayton Wolves, Park City all tied up. 3:56 left in the first quarter of play, as my partner Eddie said. Of course, ladies and gentlemen, stay with us right here live on AAU or Tour Radio as we continue this coverage. As you see, this is going to be an epic game. Park City sticking with the Dayton Wolves. We will be right back live on AAU.
As a teacher or a parent, do you worry about what the future holds for your students in a world of constant change? Will there be jobs for them? Is Ohio a good place for them to create their future? Believe in Ohio is a free new program from the Ohio Academy of Science that helps Ohio high school students prepare for the future and encourages them to become the innovators and entrepreneurs Ohio will need to create jobs and prosperity in the future. Believe in Ohio helps students develop the critical thinking skills they'll need later in life and offers them an opportunity to compete for nearly $2 million in cash awards and college scholarships. Ohio's high school science, technology, and business teachers will also benefit from Believe in Ohio through participation grants, professional development, and more. It can also help them be recognized as accomplished teachers under Ohio's new teacher evaluation system.
Teachers, find out how you and your students can participate this school year at believeinohio.org. Students and parents, find out at believeinohio.org how students can participate even if their teacher or school does not.
More people are listening to while they work every day.
People.
The answer is Easy 101.
Easy 101 plays your favorite songs of yesterday and today in a uniquely relaxing way. So tomorrow, while you're working and you feel a need to relax, where do you turn?
Easy 101. Listen at work.
Hey Dayton, stop. If you are even thinking about buying tires, be sure to check out Grismer Auto Service Centers. Hey everybody, it's Jeff Stevens from the Mixed Morning Show. They have 16 locations for your tire and automotive service needs. Every time I turn around, somewhere around the Dayton area, there's another Grismer Tire location. We have Grismer tires on our cars, and one of the things I love, when you buy 4 new tires, you get 4 free oil changes. So remember guys, if you're even thinking about buying tires, be sure to check out Grismer Auto Service Centers.
Dancing on the beat.
Stribbling doing a fantastic job for Park City as well as Chance Miller for the Dayton Wolves. Has been the battle of the point guard so far in this game. And Stribbling now with the ball crossing half.
You see what I'm saying? You see what I'm doing with this? Like...
And he is a phenomenal player. Ladies and gentlemen, we know we are experiencing technical difficulties on the AAU Tour Radio. But it's 13-11. Kelly with the shot down low on assist by Stribbling. 3:30 left as Miller kicked it over to Winston. Winston still holding the ball back to Miller at the top of the key. Miller at the free throw line with 5 seconds left. Kicks it back to Winston. Winston down low to TJ. TJ with the shot. No good. It will be rebounded by Kelly. Kelly up the floor to Stribbling. Stribbling rushing the floor for PCS. As he stopped at the top of the key by Miller. Still at the top of the key. 13 seconds left on the shot clock. He's holding it. Passes it over to Smith. Smith to Washington. Washington one-on-one with Curry. Down low to Kelly. Kelly is fouled by Johnson.
Let's face it, Kate, the Dayton Wolves has to do a better job of maintaining this attack down in the low block. Kelly Hayes is doing an amazing job of getting down low against the Dayton Wolves. And of course, when they go down low, they are drawing the contact. And when they head to the free throw line, they are making them count as he knocks down his first one. 14-11, the substitution goes intact for PCS. Stribbling checks out as well as Washington. Jacob Allen in at point guard. He will be one-on-one with Miller, a player who has also known Miller since Hardin County. And now he looks to stop Miller tonight. Braden Stribbling doing an amazing job of stopping Miller tonight. He only has 6 points in the game as he knocks down his second one. 15-11, Miller one-on-one with JB, as they used to call him in Hardin County. He rotates to the left side. Miller kicks it down low to Winston. Winston at the free throw line cannot connect. It will be rebounded by Kelly. Kelly up the floor to JB, which is Jacob Allen. Allen at the top of the key. He's one-on-one with C. Miller. Gets a screen from Chuck Hayes down low. A cross-court pass down low is connected. There will be 2 points yet again for PCS. 17-11. As Miller's going to rush the floor, stop, lobs it into Johnson for the connection. Is good for the two. But the Dayton will steal down against PCS. 17-13, 2:20. It's Jacob Allen yet again with the ball. He's going to rush past Miller. He stops at the top of the key, gets another screen from Hayes as Johnson this time picks him up. But a down low pass to Carr is, well, he's fouled by Curry. That is his first, team's third. And now Carr will head to the line for two, as he looks to go to a perfect 2 of 2 to continue this perfect streak for PCS at the line to make this yet again almost a double-digit lead. 17-13, 2-12 as he knocks down his first one. 18-13, a 5-point game. The Dayton Wolves looking to make something happen. The substitution goes intact yet again for PCS as Hakeem Cruz checks back in the game for PCS. Carr yet again at the free throw line for his second one. That one no good. Will be rebounded by Johnson. Johnson's going to push the floor for the Dayton Wolves. Passes it up to TJ. TJ at the free throw line kicks it in the corner to Curry. Curry's good on the three-pointer, and that will put the Dayton Wolves down 2. As you look at Stephen Curry, 6 points in the game, 2 of 3 for the field goals, 1 assist. As Miller one-on-one with JB yet again. He kicks it down low to Carr. Carr one-on-one with Curry. A mismatch. Turns, fires, drops it in. And it will force a timeout for the Dayton Wolves. 2016, 147. Kate. Dayton Wolves in serious jeopardy of losing this game tonight and ending their 9-game winning streak.
Discover the difference of Kiss 100 FM.
You are so beautiful. I love you just the way you are.
Kiss 100 plays a 40-minute kiss of continuous music almost every hour, every day.
You are the sun, you are the rain.
Enjoy more music with fewer interruptions on Kiss 100.
Hey Dayton, stop. If you are even thinking about buying tires, be sure to check out Grismer Auto Service Centers. Hey everybody, it's Jeff Stevens from the Mixed Morning Show. They have 16 locations for your tire and automotive service needs. Every time I turn around, somewhere around the Dayton area, there's another Grismer tire location. We have Grismer tires on our cars, and one of the things I love, when you buy 4 new tires, you get 4 free oil changes. So remember guys, if you're even thinking about buying tires, be sure to check out Grismer Auto Service Centers.
More people are listening to while they work every day.
People.
The answer is Easy 101.
Easy 101 plays your favorite songs of yesterday and today in a uniquely relaxing way. So tomorrow, while you're working and you feel a need to relax, where do you turn?
Easy 101. Listen at work.
To AAU Auto Radio as we continue our coverage. The first quarter of action against the Dayton Wolves, the number 2 seeded Dayton Wolves, and the Park City Stingers right here live in the jungle. 2016-147 first quarter of play. We're going to take a look at Chance Miller sitting out for the rest of the first quarter probably. As Wales checks in for the Dayton Wolves, kicks it over to Curry. Curry at the top of the key gets it stolen by Jacob Allen, rebounded by Washington. Washington all the way, no good. It'll be rebounded by Wales. Wales is going to push the floor for the Dayton Wolves, lobs it in to Brown. Brown good on the 2 points. And it's back to a 2-point game for the Dayton Wolves. But for Park City, Dayton Wolves trailing, of course, 2018. The Dayton Wolves has been battling all game. They have met their maker tonight. As Park City still continues to attack inside, down in the low block. Carr is good on the and one foul. Down on the low block on Jamison. There will be one free throw and one free throw for Carr as the lead back up 22-18. He looks to make it 5 right here with this free throw if he can knock it down. Of course, the last trip, only one free throw missed. As he misses that one, 22-18, rebounded by Jamison. Jamison, corner three-pointer for Curry. No good, rebounded by Brown. Brown goes up, foul, and one. And it will be fouled down in the low block on Cruz. That is his first, team's third. And Brown now heads to the line to look to complete his and one. As he looks to make it a 1-point lead for Park City with 1:12 left on the clock. This free throw for a 93% free throw shooter is good. And it's 21-22. Dayton Wolves trail 1. Jacob Allen 1-on-1 with Wales. Crosses him over. Goes down low. Foul on Wales. Jacob Allen now heads to the line.
Okay, it's been this way all night long. PCF has done a terrific job of getting down on the low block and drawing the foul as they are now in the bonus. Any foul from here on out will put PCS on the line. And Jacob Allen misses his first one. Still 22-21, 107 left. First quarter of play. He heads back to the line for his second one to make this a 2-point game. 1:07 left in the first quarter of play. It has been a fantastic game in the first quarter. Cannot wait to see how this game transpires throughout the rest of the three quarters. He knocks down.
And Park City now, 2-point lead, 23-21, as Wells kicks it over to Curry. Curry back to Wells. Wells at the top of the key, crosses left. He's going to kick it down low to pass it to Brown. Brown with the jumper at the left block. No good. Rebounded by Carr. Carr's going to kick it up to JB. JB for 3. You can count the 3 points for Jacob Allen. 26-21. As Wells is going to push the floor for the Dayton Wolves. He's going to kick it down low to Jamison. Jamison at the free throw line rattles it in for 2. And that is a 3-point lead. 26-23. 35 seconds on the clock to end the first quarter of play. Jacob Allen one-on-one with Wells. Passes it over to Walker. Walker way beyond the 3-point line. He's picked up by Jamison. He's going to hold it. He passes it back to Carr. Carr dribbles beyond the 3-point line. One-on-one with Curry. Crosses left, crosses right. Spins off of Curry. Passes it over to Cruz. Cruz for 3. That one no good. Air ball, matter of fact. That will be Dayton Wolves basketball. Dayton Wolves now has an opportunity to make this either a tie game or a one-possession lead if they can score right here with 10 seconds left on the clock. Wells kicks it over to Curry. Curry way beyond the 3-point line. He's going to hold it, passes it back to Wells. 2 seconds, gets a screen from Jamison, fires the triple. That one rattles out for the Dayton Wolves. Mike Wells. That will do it for the first quarter of play, ladies and gentlemen. Dayton Wolves trail by 3, 26-23. And when we return on AAU War Tour Radio, we continue our coverage, the second quarter of play, right here live on AAU.
Discover the difference of Kiss 100 FM.
You are so beautiful. I love you just the way you are.
Kiss 100 plays a 40-minute kiss of continuous music almost every hour, every day.
You are the sun, you are the rain.
Enjoy more music with fewer interruptions on Kiss 100.
Hey Dayton, stop. If you are even thinking about buying tires, be sure to check out Grismer Auto Service Centers. Hey everybody, it's Jeff Stevens from the Mixed Morning Show. They have 16 locations for your tire and automotive service needs. Every time I turn around, somewhere around the Dayton area, there's another Grismer tire location. We have Grismer tires on our cars, and one of the things I love, when you buy 4 new tires, you get 4 free oil changes. So remember, guys, if you're even thinking about buying tires, be sure to check out Grismer Auto Service Centers.
More people are listening to while they work every day.
People.
The answer is Easy 101.
Easy 101 plays your favorite songs of yesterday and today in a uniquely relaxing way. So tomorrow, while you're working and you feel a need to relax, where do you turn?
Easy 101. Listen at work.
As a teacher or a parent, do you worry about what the future holds for your students in a world of constant change? Will there be jobs for them? Is Ohio a good place for them to create their future? Believe in Ohio is a free new program from the Ohio Academy of Science that helps Ohio high school students prepare for the future and encourages them to become the innovators and entrepreneurs Ohio will need to create jobs and prosperity in the future. Believe in Ohio helps students develop the critical thinking skills they'll need later in life and offers them an opportunity to compete for nearly $2 million in cash awards and college scholarships. Ohio's high school science, technology, and business teachers will also benefit from Believe in Ohio through participation grants, professional development, and more. It can also help them be recognized as accomplished teachers under Ohio's new teacher evaluation system.
Teachers, find out how you and your students can participate this school year at believeinohio.org. Students and parents, find out at believeinohio.org how students can participate even if their teacher or school does not.
I've been trying to run from my problems to keep another one from adding on. I feel so numb, I'm so far gone, 'cause the collateral damage is done. Just need to exhale. I just need to exhale. I just need to exhale. Just need to exhale. Exhale.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to AAU War 12 Radio as we continue our coverage of the Dayton Wolves and the Park City Stingers doing battle tonight live in the jungle. 26-23, Dayton Wolves trail at the end of the first. But of course, we have 3 more quarters left of play. Dayton Wolves trying to find an answer for Braven Striblin. Braven Striblin doing an amazing job, Eddie, as well as the rest of the Park City, especially down in the low block. Seth Kelly, Chuck Hayes has been causing havoc for the Dayton Wolves all night long so far through 1 quarter of play.
Well, Tate, it's time to see if Park City can continue this impressive play through 1 quarter of play, but of course the Dayton Wolves usually get hot around the second half as JB back out front. He passes it over to Carr to Gatson back to Carr one-on-one with TJ. He goes in though, he tries to kick it over to Braven, but it's stolen by Wells. Wells is going to push the floor for the Dayton Wolves. Goes up on a 1-2 step. No good. Rebounded by Seth Kelly. Seth Kelly's going to kick it up to Carr. Carr lobs it over to Striblin. Striblin goes around Wells. Drops it in for 2. And it's back to a 5-point game as Braven Striblin 9 points in the game. 4 of 7 from the field goal. A perfect 1-on-1 steal from beyond. Wells is forced to pick up a dribble. He kicks it down low to Patrick. Patrick out to TJ. TJ for a corner 3. Yes, sir, you can count it. Back to a 1-possession game for the Dayton Wolves. Although C. Miller is not doing too hot tonight, his team is trying to step up. They continue to battle with the Park City Stingers. This has been a matchup that has been good so far as Striblin down low to Carr is good on the slam. It's back to a 4-point lead. Wells trying to do something for the Dayton Wolves. Passes it over to TJ. TJ back to Wells. Wells passes it over to the corner to Patrick. Patrick for 3, no good. As we look at the field goals total, 10 of 19 for the Dayton Wolves, 12 of 21 for Park City. As down low, Wells is good on the offensive rebound and putback. 30-28, K640. Dayton Wolves second string is pulling everything that they can to keep the Dayton Wolves in this as their starters sit on the bench to rest.
The starters is going to have to put in that extra work as Carr passes it down low. Well, Striblin passes it down low to Carr. Carr will be hacked down on the low block by TJ. That is his first personal and first team foul of the second. And now Carr will head to the line for 2 to make this a 2-possession game. 30-28 is the score as he misses the first one. 6:27 left in the second quarter of play. Substitution goes intact for both the Dayton Wolves and Park City. As Kelly checks back in, as well as Smith for Park City. Miller checks back in for TJ, as Wells moves to the shooting guard position. As Manny Reeves continues to sit on the bench in tonight's game. He's been sitting out since the Toronto Pirate game. We are waiting for him to step back on the floor. As Carr knocks down his second, 31-28. 6:25 ticking off the clock. Miller gets an inbound pass from Watkins. Miller at the top of the key. Will be double teamed. Gets a screen right side from Brown. Stop. Miller has to kick it over to Watkins. Watkins to the corner for Patrick. No good on a three-pointer. Rebounded by Carr. Carr's going to push the floor for PCS as he's met by Patrick. Left side. Kicks it back out to Striblin. Striblin one-on-one with Miller. At the top of the key, gets a screen by Kelly. He stops at the free throw line, fires it, rotates, or rolls off the right of the rim. Rebounded by Watkins. Watkins up the floor to Patrick. Patrick one-on-one with Kelly. He's going to kick it to Miller. Miller one-on-one with Striblin. Left side of the floor, gets a screen yet again from Brown. Miller rotates to the left, rotates to the right, stolen. And it will be a turnover, stolen by Carr for PCS as Miller tries to get it back. As Smith kicks it over to Striblin. Striblin wide open three-pointer, no good. Will be rebounded yet again for Watkins. And Striblin 4 of 9 shooting from the field goes, 1 of 2 from beyond. Miller wide open three-pointer, yes sir, to tie this game up off an assist by Patrick. The Dayton Wolves now back in it, tie game as well. 5:20 on the clock in the second quarter. As Kelly gets a ball from Braven Striblin. Carr down on the low block, gets it, bounces it off the backboard. You can counter for 2. It's back to a 2-point lead as they continue to trade baskets. Miller slowing the ball up, kicks it down low to Brown. Brown inside to Wales. Wales is good on the 2 points. And it's back to a tie game at 33 apiece. 5 minutes ticking off the clock. Miller one-on-one with Braven Striblin beyond the 3-point line, right at the Dayton Wolves logo. Kicks it to Kelly. Kelly back to Carr. Carr back to Kelly. Kelly to Braven. Kelly's gonna hold it down on the low block. He tries to kick it down low to Seth Kelly. It is stolen by Watkins. Watkins up the floor to Miller. Miller double team, kicks it down low to Watkins. Watkins is good on the 2 points. And an assist by Miller. Dayton Wolves now in the lead by 2. 33-35 for 30. The second quarter of play as Miller gets a hand on it, but Braven Striblin is able to get it back. Goes all the way down in the low block. No good. Good contested shot by Miller. Braven Striblin continues to shoot horribly. 3 assists for Braven Striblin, 4 of 10 from the field goals. We've been calling his stats all night long because he is the key for PCS. As Miller gets a screen left side for Brown. Miller goes in. I thought he was going to take it, but he passes out of it. It's knocked way beyond the 3-point line. Recuperated by the Dayton Wolves. 2 seconds left. Miller trying to kick it down low to Brown, and it is stolen by Jacob Allen. Jacob Allen on the other end of the floor. Miller comes up with yet another steal. He's going to push it for the Dayton Wolves with Patrick right on the right side. He gives it to Patrick. Free throw line jumper. No good. It'll be rebounded by Smith. Smith hands it off to Striblin. Striblin one-on-one with Miller yet again as he rotates to the left side of the floor. This crowd in the Dayton Wolves arena is getting hype as they look for a stop. But down in the low block is a foul call on Watkins. That is his second, team's third. And the Dayton Wolves now trail thanks to Chuck Hayes, whose and 1 free throw is good, and that will force a timeout for the Dayton Wolves. 3:54 left on the clock, second quarter of play. Park City Stingers with a 1-point lead, 36-35. And of course, ladies and gentlemen, don't go anywhere because when we return, we look to close out the first half of play. Dayton Wolves trail right here live in the jungle. Can they win it for their 10th straight? We'll find out. We return.
Hey, Dayton, stop. If you are even thinking about buying tires, be sure to check out Grismer Auto Service Centers. Hey, everybody, it's Jeff Stevens from the Mixed Morning Show. They have 16 locations for your tire and automotive service needs. Every time I turn around, somewhere around the Dayton area, there's another Grismer Tire location. We have Grismer tires on our cars, and one of the things I love, when you buy 4 new tires, you get 4 free oil changes. So remember, guys, if you're even thinking about buying tires, be sure to check out Grismer Auto Service Centers.
More people are listening to while they work every day.
People.
The answer is Easy 101.
Easy 101 plays your favorite songs of yesterday and today in a uniquely relaxing way. So tomorrow, while you're working and you feel a need to relax, where do you turn?
Easy 101. Listen at work.
Discover the difference of Kiss 100 FM.
You are so beautiful. I love you just the way you are.
Kiss 100 plays a 40-minute kiss of continuous music almost every hour, every day.
You are the sun, you are the rain.
Enjoy more music with fewer interruptions on Kiss 100.
This is a KT production.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to AAU Auto Radio as we continue our coverage of the Dayton Wolves looking for their 10th game winning in a row tonight. They go up against the Park City Stingers. Dayton Wolves trail through 2 quarters of play just by 1. 36-35, 3:34 left. As Miller gets the ball back in the game for the Dayton Wolves, trying to make some magic happen as he kicks it over to Winston. Winston at the free throw line. He's going to be double teamed. He hits it back to Miller. Miller mid-range. Wolves starring is back to a 1-point lead for the Dayton Wolves. 36-37. Miller playing smash mouth defense all the way on JB. JB down low to Kelly. And it will be a foul on Jamison. And now Kelly will head to the line for 1 as he connects on that and 1, a true difference maker tonight. Looks to make it a 2-point lead, 38-37. If he can knock down this free throw, his free throw is good. With 3:09 left in the second quarter of play, Dayton Wolves trail by 2. It's Miller at the top of the key, 1-on-1 with JB, tries to kick it to Jamison, stolen by Chuck Hayes, and I believe that is Miller's 4th or 5th turnover tonight. As a pass back to JB, 1-on-1 with Miller, 2:50 left on the clock. As the Dayton Wolves see Miller switches up to a 2-3 zone. As Washington will be out of 3-point line. He's going to fire mid-range. You can count it for Park City. And now the Park City Stingers now out on a run, 41-37. Miller hands it off to Curry. Curry back to Miller. Miller for 3. That one no good, and it will be rebounded by Kelly. Kelly to Washington. Washington 1-on-1 with Miller, a matchup we have been waiting for as Curry helps Miller out. The crowd getting on their feet. Chuck Hayes with the pass over to Jacob Allen. No good on the corner. 3-pointer rebounded by Jamison. Jamison's going to push the floor for the Dayton Wolves. He's going to stop at the top of the key. Passes it over to Curry. Curry wide open triple. That one is good. You can count it for the Dayton Wolves to bring it back to a 1-point game. And Curry for the Dayton Wolves, 9 points in this game. 3 of 5 from the field goals. 1 assist. 3 of 5 from beyond. As JB kicks it down low to Chris Washington. 1-on-1 with Curry. Passes it over to Hayes. Hayes at the top of the key. Gives it back to Curry. Well, Washington to Allen. Allen back to Hayes. Hayes for corner 3. That one no good. Rebounded by Jamison for the Dayton Wolves. He's going to hand it off to Miller. Miller rushing the floor, passes it over to Curry. Wide open triple yet again is good for the Dayton Wolves. Curry, and that is 12 points in the game. And the Dayton Wolves has scored 8 more fast break points than Park City. Dayton Wolves out on a run. 43-41, 125 left as Hayes gets it to Washington. Washington's dribbles in front of the free throw line. He kicks it back out to Hayes. Hayes over to Allen. Allen one-on-one with Miller. Miller will pick up the foul on a reach-in with 1:14 left on the clock. The substitution goes intact for PCS in the small forward position, as well as the center crews in. Gatson in. Watkins checks out for TJ for the Dayton Wolves. And it will be PCS basketball as a pass inside to Gatson. Is immediately fired at the free throw line. No good. Washington comes up with the offensive rebound. Dribbles out. Passes it out to Walker. Walker no good on a triple. Rebounded by Jamison. Jamison 1 minute on the clock for the Dayton Wolves. Is going to rush it. Passes it over to Miller. Miller double team. Tries to kick it back down low to Jamison. Miller with another turnover. And that is his 6th turnover tonight through 2 quarters of play. As down in the low block, Gatson is fouled by TJ. That is his 3rd, team's 5th. And PCS now in the bonus. But however, he heads to the line for 2 to tie this game up. With 46.3 seconds left on the clock. His first free throw hits the bottom of the net. Eddie. Park City's doing an amazing job of getting to this free throw line. They continue to attack the Dayton Wolves down on the low block as Winston checks out for Johnson in the 5 spot for the Dayton Wolves. And now Gatson heads back to the line for 1 to tie this game up. At 43 apiece, his free throw is good. Jamison kicks it in to Miller. Miller crossing half court, stopped at the top of the key. He's going to dribble beyond the 3-point line, kicks it over to Curry. Curry's going to rotate to the top of the key yet again. He's going to hold it. Curry tries to give it down to TJ and is batted out by number 6 for PCS. It will be Dayton Wolves basketball still. As a pass inside to Miller. He's going to try to kick it down low to Curry. He's knocked back out to Miller. Miller gets another pass down on the low block. He's fouled and won by Miller. And that is 45-43. 25.8 left on the clock. Dayton Wolves star Chance Miller attacks. Draws the and 1 foul. And now he looks to make this a 3-point game, 2-point possession. As he knocks down that free throw, it is now 43-46. Miller's going to bring the press. Switches back to a 2-3 zone for his team. His Carr passes it over to Allen. Allen to Washington. Washington down low to Carr. Carr is good on the 2 points. 45-46, 18.5. Miller gets a pass inside or inbound from TJ. Miller's going to walk the ball up past half court. At the top of the key, Miller would be double teamed. Gets a screen left side from Johnson. Miller rotates to the right side. Lobs it up for Johnson. No good. Stolen by Carr up the floor. He's going to shoot it at the free throw line. No good. Rebounded by Kelly at the buzzer. Yes, sir. He counts it.
And Miller is waving his finger, signaling no basket, but the ruling is basket's good. 47-46. I don't think the officials will be reviewing this one. Yes, they will, ladies and gentlemen. This play is under review. The question is, Kate, did Kelly have control of the ball when the buzzer sounded, or was the ball in the air, in the basket? We take a look right now.
Well, this play is under review thanks to Inside Drive as we take a look. Yes, it looks like his hand was on the ball. As the buzzer sounded, we're going to go down for a ruling right now. As we take a look at Seth Kelly. Jacob Allen for Park City Stingers. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. The ruling on the field. No basket. Therefore, the Dayton Wolves will hold a 1-point lead at the break. 45-46, ladies and gentlemen. Through 2 quarters of play, the Dayton Wolves has battled back to take the 1-point lead. Of course, ladies and gentlemen, don't go anywhere. When we return live on AAU War Tour Radio, we break down the halftime report stats presented by Inside Drive Phenomenon. Don't go anywhere when we return.
As a teacher or a parent, do you worry about what the future holds for your students in a world of constant change? Will there be jobs for them? Is Ohio a good place for them to create their future? Believe in Ohio is a free new program from the Ohio Academy of Science that helps Ohio high school students prepare for the future and encourages them to become the innovators and entrepreneurs Ohio will need to create jobs and prosperity in the future. Believe in Ohio helps students develop the critical thinking skills they'll need later in life and offers them an opportunity to compete for nearly $2 million in cash awards and college scholarships. Ohio's high school science, technology, and business teachers will also benefit from Believe in Ohio through participation grants, professional development, and more. It can also help them be recognized as accomplished teachers under Ohio's new teacher evaluation system.
Teachers, find out how you and your students can participate this school year at believeinohio.org. Students and parents, find out at believeinohio.org how students can participate even if their teacher or school does not.
Hey Dayton, stop. If you are even thinking about buying tires, be sure to check out Grismer Auto Service Centers. Hey everybody, it's Jeff Stevens from the Mixed Morning Show. They have 16 locations for your tire and automotive service needs. Every time I turn around, somewhere around the Dayton area, there's another Grismer tire location. We have Grismer tires on our cars, and one of the things I love, when you buy 4 new tires, you get 4 free oil changes. So remember guys, if you're even thinking about buying tires, be sure to check out Grismer Auto Service Centers.
More people are listening to while they work every day.
People.
The answer is Easy 101.
Easy 101 plays your favorite songs of yesterday and today in a uniquely relaxing way. So tomorrow, while you're working and you feel a need to relax, where do you turn?
Easy 101. Listen at work.
Discover the difference of Kiss 100 FM.
You are so beautiful. I love you just the way you are.
Kiss 100 plays a 40-minute kiss of continuous music almost every hour, every day.
You are the sun, you are the rain.
Enjoy more music with fewer interruptions on Kiss 100.
Welcome back to the studios, ladies and gentlemen. Kate Remy, myself, Eddie Turner, always to my right, presented by Inside Drive Phenomenon. Welcome to the halftime report show. The Dayton Wolves on top by a very, very small margin. Usually the Dayton Wolves is out in front by a huge margin, at least a comfortable margin. but the Park City Stingers has brought the battle to the Dayton Wolves right here live in the jungle. The score at the break, 46-45. Dayton Wolves out in front. And of course, you can thank C. Miller as well as more of the Dayton Wolves, Stephen Curry as well as Keith Brown, when we get into the stats later on. But of course, right now, we've got to talk about the defense, the offense a lot. Between these two teams, the defense of the Dayton Wolves really not doing so much for them tonight. I don't know what is going on with the Dayton Wolves tonight. I don't know what is going on with C. Miller tonight, but things right now are not looking good at the break, ladies and gentlemen. I'm just gonna put it out there. At the break, Chance Miller, 6 turnovers at the break. 6 turnovers through 2 quarters of play. I mean, that is the reason why we see a 1-point lead for the Dayton Wolves right now.
Well, Kate, you're absolutely right. I mean, Miller has been struggling with his turnovers in the past couple of games for the Dayton Wolves. And although the Dayton Wolves has been out on this run, Kate, I mean, it is about time the Dayton Wolves actually be brought down from their high horse that they're on right now. 9 games won in a row is a lot. That is, they've exceeded their 5 to 6 games won in a row to 9. They've set a new record. Chance Miller has been setting records. This has been a Dayton Wolves team that we have longed to see, that we have been waiting for them to develop as a group as. And tonight is just one of those nights that the Dayton Wolves will lose this game as far as trying to come together and find themselves. I mean, they've had 2 weeks off. Evidently, the Dayton Wolves really didn't stick to what they've known. Even though it is a week off, 2 weeks off, the Dayton Wolves and every team in the AAU World Tour League has to continue to develop as a group. They have to continue to practice. They have to continue to do everything. But right now, we're seeing a Dayton Wolves team that we've seen years back. C-Nation, when the Dayton Wolves battled Middletown Academy in the Southwestern Conference Championship, Miller was averaging 8 turnovers a game. The next time in New York Metro in the World Tour National Championship, the Dayton Wolves star Chance Miller averaged 9 turnovers that game. So this is an ugly game for a point guard, and it's just going to get worse, I think. Braven Stribling is doing an amazing job for Park City Stingers. He continues to attack Chance Miller and the Dayton Wolves down low. Chuck Hayes doing an amazing job of connecting on his and one. Seth Kelly doing an amazing job of grabbing the rebound and putting it back up. Not even taking an extra dribble. This has been an amazing game for Park City Stingers. And although Seth Kelly did not get that last buzzer beater that we encountered at the end of the second quarter, we have 2 more quarters of play. So I think Park City Stingers will be taking this game. Third quarter will be the quarter Park City Stingers take this game against the Dayton Wolves. However, we can't count the Dayton Wolves out yet. Usually they come out in the second half. They usually start bombing their 3-pointers. Miller bombed his first 3-pointer to start the game. First 6, 7 points went to Miller. So although he does have 6 turnovers this game, he's still shooting dynamically for the Dayton Wolves. He continues to try and find to place the ball. He just has to read the floor. He has to think ahead of the defense. And right now, the defense is ahead of Miller right now.
So do you see Miller actually exceeding his 9 turnover margin that he encountered against Pacific Northwest in the jungle? Do you see Miller actually beating that and maybe getting 10 turnovers tonight? Already 4 away from 10 turnovers tonight at the break. 2 quarters of play, still has 2. If not, the Dayton Wolves go into midnight basketball against the Park City Stingers. This is one of the toughest places to play, and Miller really not having a good game. Do you actually see him getting 10 turnovers tonight, Eddie?
Well, okay, first of all, Miller has been breaking records for the Dayton Wolves for the past 2 months of AAU World Tour basketball. So why not continue the tradition tonight? 10 turnovers, I promise you, Miller will get tonight at the end of this game. And if not, Miller may just foul out because Braven Stribling is just a little bit too much for C. Miller tonight. He's already done an amazing job. He is killing Miller from beyond the three-point line. Of course, Miller's trying to answer his threes back, but it's just not happening. But I guarantee that Miller will be breaking the record of 9 turnovers he put on against P&W to lose. And he will be bringing out the 10 turnovers tonight. And that may be a triple-double, because I do feel Miller may be getting at least 10 assists tonight. He will be already, he's 14 points in here, so I believe he may be getting a triple-double tonight. If not, then, you know, I'll put out a challenge myself. This is what happens when the Biggie Challenge disappears, ladies and gentlemen. Nothing is settled anymore on the Dayton Wolves, although they were on a 9-game winning streak. It was a good fight, but the ball of Febreze magic cannot last forever. As Miller would say, forever ball of Febreze. It cannot last forever. Tonight, Park City came in and you know, they are bringing the fight to the Dayton Wolves, and no one on the Dayton Wolves can answer back. I mean, you have multiple guns on Park City Stingers that has came out tonight. Dominic Carr, Chuck Hayes doing an amazing job down in the low block, as we said. Seth Kelly doing a hell of a job collecting rebounds and putting them back up with a 1-2 punch, as well as Washington, Chris Washington, a longtime best friend of Chance Miller, doing an amazing job of connecting from down in the low block as well as beyond. Jacob Allen, the list goes on. The list goes on, but I'm ready to see Miller and the Dayton Wolves do something. But yes, Miller will be exceeding his 9 turnovers tonight, already with 6-4 away through 2 quarters of play. Defense is locked tight. Chicago locked down on Dayton Wolves right now. So of course, if not, then I'll quit and I'll give my job to Eddie from Louisville, Kentucky. But while he's sitting doing whatever he's doing right now, you need to be coming up with a strategy and a challenge for Chicago lockdown, where the Dayton Wolves will be now on a 2-game losing streak.
Oh well, now that we do not have a lot more time on AAU at the halftime report show, Miller 14 points in the game so far through 2 quarters of play, 4 assists, 1 steal, of course, 6 turnovers tonight so far, shooting 5 of 7 from the field goals, 2 of 4 from beyond, and a perfect 2 of 2 from the charity strike. Stephen Curry also for the Dayton Wolves, 12 points, 1 assist, just 1 turnover, 4 of 6 from the field goals, 4 of 6 from beyond. That's right, Curry, all shots from beyond, only have missed 2, 80%. Doing a fantastic job for the Dayton Wolves. You can bet Miller will be looking for Curry later on down the stretch, as Miller almost all 4 coming to Curry. Just 1 going to D. White Winston, which was early in the first quarter of play. Keith Brown, 5 points, 2 rebounds, 1 assist, 2 of 3 from inside, a perfect 1 of 1 from the strike. And of course, we're going to look at Park City Stingers that will round off for the Dayton Wolves. Stribling, 9 points in the game, 3 assists, 4 of 10 from the field goals, and 1 of 2 from beyond. Seth Kelly, 7 points from down in the low block, 5 rebounds, 2 assists, 1 steal, a perfect 2 of 2 from inside, and 3 of 3 from the charity strike. Dominic Carr rounding off for the Park City Stingers, 7 points, 1 rebound, 1 assist, 1 steal, 3 of 4 from the field goals, as well as 1 of 2 from the charity strike. Dayton Wolves, of course, on top by 1, ladies and gentlemen, 46-45. We're going to take a break. Enjoy the rest of the halftime report show presented by Inside Drive, as well as Radio Heaven's underground music. And when we talk to you, back down for the second half of AAU World Tour Basketball.
Epistra Beats.
you understand. Tell them all like, gotta wake, gotta wake up, gotta wake, gotta wake up, gotta wake, gotta wake up, gotta wake, gotta wake up. For the dude getting rude cause he don't know who I am. Well, if you don't know who I am, last chance I'ma make you understand. Tell them all like, gotta wait, gotta wake up, gotta wait, gotta wake up, gotta wait, gotta wake up, gotta wait, gotta wake up. For the dude getting rude cause he don't know who I am. Well, if you don't know who I am, last chance I'ma make you understand. Tell them all like, gotta wait, gotta wake up, gotta wait, gotta wake up, gotta wait, gotta wake up, gotta wait, gotta wake up.
As a teacher or a parent, do you worry about what the future holds for your students in a world of constant change? Will there be jobs for them? Is Ohio a good place for them to create their future? Believe in Ohio is a free new program from the Ohio Academy of Science that helps Ohio high school students prepare for the future and encourages them to become the innovators and entrepreneurs Ohio will need to create jobs and prosperity in the future. Believe in Ohio helps students develop the critical thinking skills they'll need later in life and offers them an opportunity to compete for nearly $2 million in cash awards and college scholarships. Ohio's high school science, technology, and business teachers will also benefit from Believe in Ohio through participation grants, professional development, and more. It can also help them be recognized as accomplished teachers under Ohio's new teacher evaluation system.
Teachers, find out how you and your students can participate this school year at believeinohio.org. Students and parents, find out at believeinohio.org how students can participate even if their teacher or school does not.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to AAU World Tour Radio as we continue our coverage against the Dayton Wolves, the number 2-seeded Dayton Wolves and the Park City Stingers. It has been a terrific game all night long, but of course, Park City Stingers right now down 1 to the Dayton Wolves, 46-45, a controversial ending to the first half of play. But of course the basket did not go, therefore the Dayton Wolves are in front. Chance Miller, of course, leading at the break for the Dayton Wolves. 14 points, 4 assists, 1 steal, 6 turnovers. Shooting 5 of 7 from the field goals, 2 of 4 from beyond, and a perfect 2 of 2 from the field goals. And then we look at the key player for Park City Stingers, number 0, which is Braven Stribling, 9 points, 3 assists. And he's shooting 4 of 10 from the field goals and 1 of 2 from beyond. Eddie, the Dayton Wolves need to control. Well, C. Miller needs to control his turnover. 6 already through 2 quarters of play. Still have 2 quarters left to play. It's a very close game. Park City has all the momentum right now. They have done a fantastic job. Again, do you see the Park City Stingers will in fact take this game tonight? But of course, the Dayton Wolves always come out prepared in the second half of play. Who do you see coming out with the win in the second half?
Well, okay, I'm going to have to go with the Park City Stingers. I mean, they're shooting 17 of 31 from the field goals as a group, 2 of 7 from beyond, 9 of 13 from the field goals, from the free throws. But this guy right here, Braden Striblin, who encountered a wide open free throw shot, no good, rebounded by Miller. He's going to be the one that leads Park City through the way as Curry for a 3, no good. Johnson gets the rebound, back out to Miller. Miller for a 3, no good. Yet again for the Dayton Wolves as Kelly gets the rebound, passes it up to Washington. Washington no good on the three-pointer, rebounded by Curry. Curry's going to give it to Miller. Miller's going to cross to the left side, going to kick it to Johnson. Johnson over to Wales. Wales no good on his three-pointer as well. Dayton Wolves starting off 0 of 3 in the second half as Watkins 2 points, 1 of 2 from the field goals, and down low Hayes with the slam on an assist by Striblin is good. Miller down court to Chris Johnson is good as these two continue to trade baskets early with 1 minute ticked off in the third quarter.
For the Dayton Wolves, in total 17 assists as a group. This group of players is doing a phenomenal job. Dayton Wolves shooting at a 57% from the field goals as Park City Stingers shooting at a 54. And of course, Washington in the corner is good on the 3 points to take a 2-point lead for the Park City Stingers with 6:40 left in the third quarter of play. Miller at the top of the key. He's going to kick it down low to Johnson. Johnson out to Watkins. Watkins inside. And this kick back out to Miller. Miller at the top of the key, rotates to the left side, goes inside, is fouled by Joshua Smith. That is his first, team's third. No, team's first of the third. And now Miller heads to the line for 2. And of course, see Miller doing a fantastic job for his team. Has an opportunity of tying this game up. 6:26 left in the third quarter of play. Eddie has been back and forth all night long. Park City Stingers still in this game to our surprise as the first one for Miller is no good. He's been struggling at the free throw line as of late. And evidently it looks like that tonight in the jungle it will affect the Dayton Wolves yet again. But of course this game is as close as the Wisconsin Shooters game. So you never know how this game will end.
Well, Dayton star Chance Miller missed 3 crucial free throws, 2 crucial free throws, 1 extra crucial as he buries the second one. It's still a 1-point game for Park City Stingers. How Miller wished he knocked down his first one, 50-49. As Striblin passes it over to Kelly. Kelly back to Striblin. Watkins comes up with the steal. He's going to rush the floor for the Dayton Wolves. Fires it at the free throw line, and it's good on the 2 points. Now we look at him. 4 points in the game, 2 of 3 from the field goals, 3 rebounds, 2 steals. Throughout the night, 6 minutes left in the third quarter of play as Striblin passes the ball down to Washington. Washington's going to attack. He turns it over. Stolen by Chris Johnson. Miller with the rebound. He's going to attack left side. Crosses back over right. Goes up. Is fouled. This time by, let's see, I believe it said, yes, that would be Striblin. Striblin with the foul. That is his second, I believe, tonight personally. Miller now heads back to the line for 2. Dayton Wolves in charge by 1. 5:46 left. 50-51. Miller has 2 more to try as he knocks down his first one. Substitution goes intact for the Dayton Wolves. So Miller gives himself a little pep talk, trying to knock down this free throw to make this at least a 2-possession game for the Dayton Wolves. They need to have a comfortable margin late in the third quarter. As Miller winds up for his second one. His second one out of 2 is good. He is a perfect 2 of 2 this trip for the Dayton Wolves. 53-50. 5:40 left. So look at the top of the key. Jacob Allen gets a screen. He passes it over to Striblin. Striblin 1-on-1 with Miller at the top of the key. Striblin gets a screen by Kelly. Rotates to the free throw line. Fires it. No good. That will be rebounded by Brown for the Dayton Wolves. He passes it over to Patrick. Patrick up the floor to Miller, but it's picked off by Strickland, who has 9 points in the game, 4 of 12 from the field goals as he buries a three-pointer on the other end of the floor to tie this game up at 53 apiece. As Miller kicks it over to Patrick to Winston to Brown. Brown turns it over, stolen by Kelly. Strickland with another three-pointer, that one no good, as it will be rebounded by Winston. Winston passes it to Patrick and finally gets in the hands of Miller. Miller attacks to the left. He tries to kick it down low to Brown. That will be turned over yet again for the Dayton Wolves. 3 possession, 3 turnovers as down low. Kelly cannot hit on the two-pointer. That will be rebounded by Patrick to Miller. Miller yet again trying to set the floor for the Dayton Wolves. He calls a play at the top, kicks it over to Patrick for 3. That one no good for the Dayton Wolves as they continue to go unanswered from the field in the last 1.5 minutes of play. 4:30 left on the clock. A pass up to Strickland as he kicks it over to Kelly. Kelly one-on-one with Brown. Way beyond the three-point line, doesn't have to worry about him too much. It kicked over to Strickland. Strickland rolls past Miller. Right side is going to fire it mid-range yet again. That one no good. Rebounded by Winston. Winston kicks it to Miller. Miller one-on-one down low, goes up, blocked by Carr, and it's out of bounds. That will be Dayton Wolves. No, it's Chuck Hayes with the block. And it will be out of bounds, of course, on PCS. Dayton Wolves will take over as we took a look at Brian's braving Strickland yet again, as he now has 14 points in this game. Miller gets an inbound pass with 4 minutes on the clock, rotates to the right, kicks it over to Patrick. Patrick no good on his three-pointer. It will be rebounded by Kelly. Kelly up the floor to Strickland. Strickland one-on-one with Miller. Kicks it down low to Hayes. Hayes cannot get it. Turnover stolen by Brown. Brown up the floor to Wales. Wales to Miller. Miller for 3. That one is good. A well-needed three-pointer for the Dayton Wolves. 53-56. 20 points in the game for C. Miller. 1 rebound, 5 assists. As down low, Hayes gets it on an assist by Strickland. You can count it to end the momentum for the Dayton Wolves. Continues to be back and forth, 55-56, Kate. And that will force the Dayton Wolves with a timeout. They need to regroup right now because the Park City Stingers are answering any buckets the Dayton Wolves are scoring right now. Still a 1-point game after all that just took place. This is fantastic.
Well, of course, ladies and gentlemen, it is a full timeout. Therefore, we will be right back live on AAU World Tour Radio. Dayton Wolves hold a 1-point lead, 56-55, 3:29, the exact time on the clock. And we return right here live on AAU World Tour Radio. Of course, we continue. Can the Dayton Wolves finally pull this game out? Because of right now, they are in serious jeopardy, losing their 9-game winning streak.
Hey Dayton, stop. If you are even thinking about buying tires, be sure to check out Grismer Auto Service Centers. Hey everybody, it's Jeff Stevens from the Mixed Morning Show. They have 16 locations for your tire and automotive service needs. Every time I turn around, somewhere around the Dayton area, there's another Grismer tire location. We have Grismer tires on our cars, and one of the things I love, when you buy 4 new tires, you get 4 free oil changes. So remember guys, if you're even thinking about buying tires, be sure to check out Grismer Auto Service Centers.
Discover the difference of Kiss 100 FM.
You are so beautiful. I love you just the way you are.
Kiss 100 plays a 40-minute kiss of continuous music almost every hour, every day.
You are the sun, you are the rain.
Enjoy more music with fewer interruptions on Kiss 100.
More people are listening to while they work every day.
People.
The answer is Easy 101.
Easy 101 plays your favorite songs of yesterday and today in a uniquely relaxing way. So tomorrow, while you're working and you feel a need to relax, where do you turn?
Easy 101. Listen at work.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to AAU War Tour Radio. The Dayton Wolves ahead of the Park City Stingers with 3:29 left in the third quarter of play, 56-55. Dayton Wolves basketball is a pass inside to Wells as he rotates to the right side of the floor, gets a screen by Johnson, continues to attack. Johnson tried to kick it to Miller, turned over, stolen by Jacob Allen, as Jacob Allen kicks it up to Carr. Carr, left corner, he's going to be picked up by Wales. Kicks it back over to Justin Allen. Well, Jacob Allen. Thinking about Justin Gathers. Jacob Allen rotates to the left side of the floor, gets past Miller, but passes out, kicks it to Carr. Carr back out to Walker. Walker for three. Air ball. As you can hear from the Dayton universe. As Johnson passes it over to Miller. Miller for three. No good. As we have been waiting on the storm all night long. Rebounded by Walker. Walker up the floor to Hayes. Hayes down low to Cruz. And he is good with 9 points tonight. 8 points in the paint. Park City Stingers take the 1 point lead. 57-56. 2:30 left. Wales kicks it to Miller. Miller at the free throw line. Rotates. Passes it out to Patrick. Patrick for three. That one bounces too high. In fact, over the backboard. That will be out of bounds for the Dayton Wolves. It will be Park City Stingers basketball with 2:25 left. 57-56. Addy Dayton Wolves trying to find their momentum, trying to find their shots. But nothing is dropping for the Dayton Wolves as of right now.
Okay, they're going to have to continue to fight on defense. They're going to have to continue to do everything in their power to stop Park City from scoring. Carr with the basketball, passes it back over to Allen. Allen no good on the three-pointer. Rebounded down low by Walker. He's blocked by Johnson. Up the floor to Miller. Miller kicks it to Winston. Winston drops in the 2 points on the right block. Winston tonight, 4 points in the game. 2 of 3 from the field goals. 4 rebounds. As the Dayton Wolves now lead by 1, 57-58. Miller one-on-one with Jacob Allen. Passes it over to Carr. Miller's on Carr in rotation, but back to Allen for triple. And that is the consequences of defending 2 people at one time. Dayton Wolves give up the 3 points. It is now a 2-point lead. And the Dayton Wolves automatically call a timeout. 60-58, 144. Ladies and gentlemen, of course, we will be right back live on AAU War Tour Radio with this quick short break to bring you more AAU action.
Discover the difference of Kiss 100 FM.
You are so beautiful. I love you just the way you are.
Kiss 100 plays a 40-minute kiss of continuous music almost every hour, every day.
You are the sun, you are the rain.
Enjoy more music with fewer interruptions on Kiss 100.
As a teacher or a parent, do you worry about what the future holds for your students in a world of constant change? Will there be jobs for them? Is Ohio a good place for them to create their future? Believe in Ohio is a free new program from the Ohio Academy of Science that helps Ohio high school students prepare for the future and encourages them to become the innovators and entrepreneurs Ohio will need to create jobs and prosperity in the future. Believe in Ohio helps students develop the critical thinking skills they'll need later in life and offers them an opportunity to compete for nearly $2 million in cash awards and college scholarships. Ohio's high school science, technology, and business teachers will also benefit from Believe in Ohio through participation grants, professional development, and more. It can also help them be recognized as accomplished teachers under Ohio's new teacher evaluation system.
Teachers, find out how you and your students can participate this school year at believeinohio.org. Students and parents, find out at believeinohio.org how students can participate even if their teacher or school does not.
Let the seconds bleed away. Let the minutes fade to dancing on the beat. Live to fight another day. Live to fight another day.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to AAU World Tour Radio as we continue our coverage on this epic encounter so far. 60-58, Dayton Wolves trail by 2 with 1:40 left. As Siebler now sits on the bench, Curry checks in at shooting guard position. Wells moves to point guard as he kicks it down to Johnson. Johnson out to Jamison. Jamison back to TJ. TJ to Wells. Wells at the top of the key, gets a screen, rotates to the right side. It's going to be double teamed inside to Jamison with the time running down on the shot clock. Good on the 2 points. Tag game yet again between these two teams. It has been epic all night long. Which team will pull it out? With one more quarter left, this epic encounter is Jacob Allen gets a screen, download a call on a screen. And it is good on the 2 points down on the low block, as you heard the cram by Dominic Carr. 62-61 minute on the clock. Wells almost turns it over, but is picked up by Curry. Curry left side of the floor is going to give it to Jamison. Jamison back to Wells. Wells is going to attack right side, lobs it into Johnson. Johnson out to Curry. Curry to Wells. Wells with time ticking down, gives it off to Johnson. Johnson has to fire it. No good. Rebounded by Carr. Carr's going to give it up to Washington. Washington for 3. No good. Rebounded by Johnson for the Dayton Wolves. Kicks it up to Wells. Wells beyond the 3-point line is going to hand it off to Johnson. Johnson for triple. No good. Rebounded by Jacob Allen. Allen's going to have 24 seconds left on this clock. As time's ticking down, is going to hold it for the last possession. As he's at the top of the key, 1-on-1 with Wells. 10 seconds on the clock, ticking down as he continues to hold it. 5 seconds now, gets a screen by Carr, left side. He's going to be double teamed by Johnson. Wells comes up with the block at the last minute, and that will do it for the third quarter of play, ladies and gentlemen. 62-60. Park City Stingers with the lead over the Dayton Wolves. What will happen in the fourth and the final quarter of play? We will find out when we return on AAU.
station more people are listening to while they work every day?
People.
The answer is Easy 101.
Easy 101 plays your favorite songs of yesterday and today in a uniquely relaxing way. So tomorrow, while you're working and you feel a need to relax, where do you turn?
Easy 101. Listen at work.
Discover the difference of Kiss 100 FM.
You are so beautiful. I love you just the way you are.
Kiss 100 plays a 40-minute kiss of continuous music almost every hour, every day.
You are the sun, you are the rain.
Enjoy more music with fewer interruptions on Kiss 100.
Hey Dayton, stop. If you are even thinking about buying tires, be sure to check out Grismer Auto Service Centers. Hey everybody, it's Jeff Stevens from the Mixed Morning Show. They have 16 locations for your tire and automotive service needs. Every time I turn around, somewhere around the Dayton area, there's another Grismer Tire location. We have Grismer tires on our cars, and one of the things I love, when you buy 4 new tires, you get 4 free oil changes. So remember guys, if you're even thinking about buying tires, be sure to check out Grismer Auto Service Centers.
As a teacher or a parent, do you worry about what the future holds for your students in a world of constant change? Will there be jobs for them? Is Ohio a good place for them to create their future? Believe in Ohio is a free new program from the Ohio Academy of Science that helps Ohio high school students prepare for the future and encourages them to become the innovators and entrepreneurs Ohio will need to create jobs and prosperity in the future. Believe in Ohio helps students develop the critical thinking skills they'll need later in life and offers them an opportunity to compete for nearly $2 million in cash awards and college scholarships. Ohio's high school science, technology, and business teachers will also benefit from Believe in Ohio through participation grants, professional development, and more. It can also help them be recognized as accomplished teachers under Ohio's new teacher evaluation system.
Teachers, find out how you and your students can participate this school year at believeinohio.org. Students and parents, find out at believeinohio.org how students can participate even if their teacher or school does not.
Epistra Beats.
Ladies and gentlemen, to AAU World Tour Radio. We are in the last stage of this epic game that has happened all night long since tip-off, 10 o'clock. The Dayton Wolves, Park City Stingers, and it is a 2-point game with 8 minutes left on the clock in the fourth quarter of play. 62-60, Park City Stingers with the advantage. Dayton Wolves has been trailing to Park City all night long. They've only had a couple of opportunities to jump out on a lead so far, Eddie. The Dayton Wolves have a lot of makeup to do in the fourth quarter. Dayton Wolves is in jeopardy of losing their 9-game winning streak right here at the Jones tonight, Eddie. The final stages, the final talks have all subsided. We are about to start the fourth quarter of play. What are you telling Dayton Wolves coming into this last quarter of play?
Okay, I tell them to continue to try to play defense. They have to lock down Brady Strickland down in the low block as well as from beyond. Miller's defense defense tonight is really not on target. The Dayton Wolves is really not on target, as you can tell. The rest of the game, all game long, the Dayton Wolves has been turning this ball over. They have to slow the ball down. They have to change momentum right now, although it is a 2-point game. And 8 minutes left in the fourth quarter of play. Take this 2-point lead for Park City Stingers can lead, can advance by double digits if the Dayton Wolves are not careful. Miller is not in the game right now. Curry is running the point guard position as a pass from Brown to Stephen Curry is good on the 2 points. And it will be back to a tie game right here live in the jungle as Striblin one-on-one with Curry at the top of the key. He's going to hold it 7:37. He's going to get a screen, going to kick it to Washington. Washington for 3. That one is good for Park City Stingers. And it will be back to a 3-point game for PCS. As Curry's going to try to do some magic for the Dayton Wolves. Kicks it in the corner to Watkins. Watkins out to Jamison. Jamison back to Curry. Curry tried to lob it into Brown. And it will be stolen by Kelly up the floor. Washington. Washington's going to test his jumper yet again. This time no good for the 2. It will be rebounded by Curry. Curry's going to attack inside. Passes it to Jamison. Jamison's good on the deuce. And it's back to a 1-point lead. So the Dayton Wolves are making things happen right now. Curry is not a bad point guard for the Dayton Wolves right now. As Striblin goes around, Curry drops it in for the free throw line. A 53% shooting from the field goals for the Dayton Wolves. 51 for PCS. Has been locked tight all game long. If the Dayton Wolves think this was a tough game, just wait until Chicago lockdown. As Jamison gets it way beyond the 3-point line, passes it down low to Brown. Brown turns 5 on the 2 points, and the Dayton Wolves still down by 1. They continue to trade baskets. The Dayton Wolves right here need a stop in order for them to take this lead with 6:20 left in the fourth quarter of play.
Well, that stop will be guaranteed right here. Dayton Wolves make the stop. Hayes misses it on the left block up the floor to TJ. TJ's going to hold the ball left side. He's going to pass it into Jamison. Jamison goes around his defender, slams it in for 2. And that will put the 1-point lead in effect for the Dayton Wolves. With 5:55 left in this last quarter of play, as you see this Dayton universe getting on their feet. Curry, one-on-one with Striblin, passes it down low to Cruz. Cruz one-on-one with Johnson, no, with Brown. He could not connect. Rolls out, rebounded by Brown up the foot of Curry. Curry's going to kick it to Jamison. Jamison to the corner to TJ. TJ for 3, no good. It will be rebounded by Cruz for PCS. And Striblin now with the ball one-on-one with Curry yet again. Top of the key, gets a screen. Striblin will be double teamed, kicks it over to a wide open 3-point bomber, which is Washington, and that 3-pointer is good. And it is back to a 2-point lead for PCS. They continue to trade baskets. In this last quarter of play, Curry kicks it over to Jamison, right corner, back out to Curry. Curry's going to rotate to the right side, going to cross back over left, has a wide open lane, goes in, that one no good, contested by Cruz. Cruz will come up with the rebound up the floor to Striblin. Striblin for Cherry, 3-pointer, no good. And it will roll out of bounds, therefore it will be Dayton Wolves basketball as we look at Chance Miller stepping back into this game. There's a 2-point lead, 4:44, 70-68. As Miller is crossing half court, he's gonna be at the top, kicks it down low to Brown. Brown's foul, drops in the and one to tie this game up. The Dayton Wolves now has an opportunity. TJ was the one with the and one. TJ has an opportunity to make this a 1-point game. If he can knock down this free throw. His free throw is good, ladies and gentlemen. Dayton Wolves now in charge by 1. With 4:35 left, Striblin is going to cross half court with the ball. He's going to cross right. Double teamed at the free throw line. No good on the jump shot. Rebounded by TJ. No, Watkins Watkins is going to rush it, passes it to Miller. Thought Miller was going to fire the three-pointer. Miller crosses left, is fouled by Chuck Hayes. And that will be his second, team's second of the fourth. Winston checks back in for the Dayton Wolves as he gets an inbound pass from Brown out to Miller. Miller for three. That one no good. Rebounded by Cruz up the floor to Striblin. Striblin picked up by Miller. He's going to cross right, gets around Miller, drops it in at the free throw line. We take a look at the comparison. Dayton Wolves star 20 points. Miller 16 points for Striblin. As Miller crosses left side and kicks it out to Brown. Brown down in the low block. Going to force his way down low. Goes in. Foul and one yet again for Keith Brown. And it is back to a 1-point lead for the Dayton Wolves. As Brown now has an opportunity to make this a 2-point lead as he continues to get the assist down in the low block for Miller. That is Miller's 7th assist tonight. And of course, Brown, a 93% free throw shooter, is going to make him count all night long at the charity strike. You can count that one 72-74. As Washington up at the top of the key, he's going to kick it over to Striblin. Striblin double teamed by Miller and TJ. As Miller lays off, Striblin gets a wide open three-pointer. That one no good. It will be rebounded by Brown. Dayton Wolves in command right now, ladies and gentlemen. They have an opportunity to make this a 2-possession lead. If the Dayton Wolves can find a score, Miller turns it over, trying to kick it down low to Brown. Miller, of course, trying to get the ball back, commits a foul. And that will be, I believe, his second foul of the night. And it will be Park City Stingers basketball. Curry checks in at the shooting guard position. There's a pass inside to Washington as he's double teamed by Johnson and Curry. Johnson backs off, passes it over to Smith. Smith one-on-one with Winston. Well beyond the three-point line, 3:10 left on the clock. Passes it over to Kelly. Kelly to Striblin. Striblin gets a screen back. Kelly with a few seconds on the clock, has to fire it. No good, wide open. It'll be rebounded by Winston. Winston up the floor to Miller. Miller's trying to attack left side. Kicks it over to Curry. Curry for three. That one will be no good for the Dayton Wolves as well. And that one will travel over the backboard out of bounds. Out of bounds on the Dayton Wolves. And it is crucial right now. A 2-point lead for the Dayton Wolves. Eddie, Dayton Wolves trying to exceed their limits. Their lead with 2:45 left in the fourth quarter of play. Striblin tried to kick it down low to Kelly. Turned over, stolen by Johnson. Up the floor to Curry. Curry's going to attack, kicks it out to Miller. Miller for three. That one no good yet again. Rebounded by Carr for PCS. Up the floor to Washington. Washington's going to attack a 2-point game still. 72-74, 2:25 left. As Striblin crosses Miller right side, goes inside, drops it in for 2 to tie this game. Braven Striblin, 18 points tonight, 10 points in the game. As Miller, 20 points, 1 rebound, 7 assists. As Miller kicks it down low to Johnson. Johnson back out to Miller. Miller rotates to the left, goes around, drops it in this time on the left-hand layup. Easy 2 points to take the 2-point lead yet again. And ladies and gentlemen, 2-minute warning on the clock. As this crowd knows this is key right now. As they continue to get on their feet, Washington passes it over to Cruz. Cruz to Striblin. Striblin's going to be picked up by Miller. Gets a screen picked up by Johnson. A bounce pass down low to Kelly. It's good on the 2 points for another tie game, ladies and gentlemen. 76-76, 1:45. The fourth quarter of play. Miller with the ball is going to be crossing half court. He's going to call for a pick and roll. Kicks it down low to Curry. Curry right side. Left corner. Rotates at the top of the key. Gets a screen right side, left side from Johnson. Fires the three-pointer. That one no good for Curry. And it will be rebounded by Kelly. Kelly up the floor to Chuck Hayes. Chuck Hayes to Striblin. Another free throw jumper. That one no good off the front of the rim. Rebounded by Washington. Miller. Miller's going to run the floor all the way. Yes, sir. And it is now a 4-point game with 1:12 left on the clock. We have been talking about Park City Stingers defeating the Dayton Wolves all night. Now the Dayton Wolves has a comfortable margin with 1 minute on the clock. Striblin tried to fire it in left corner. No good. Rebounded by Winston. Winston up the floor to Watkins. Watkins gives it to Miller. Miller can hold the ball, ladies and gentlemen. 78-76. 45 seconds left. Miller down low to Winston. Yes, sir. On the 2 points. A well-needed 2 points for the Dayton Wolves with 48 seconds left. 76-80. Timeout, Park City Steelers.
But I feel I'm losing my soul. Right to the end till the blood goes cold. I'm losing my mind as the darkness grows. Let them know that I just can't lose control.
Discover the difference of Kiss 100 FM.
You are so beautiful. I love you just the way you are.
Kiss 100 plays a 40-minute kiss of continuous music almost every hour, every day.
You are the sun, you are the rain.
Enjoy more music with fewer interruptions on Kiss 100.
Hey Dayton, stop. If you are even thinking about buying tires, be sure to check out Grismer Auto Service Centers. Hey everybody, it's Jeff Stevens from the Mixed Morning Show. They have 16 locations for your tire and automotive service needs. Every time I turn around, somewhere around the Dayton area, there's another Grismer tire location. We have Grismer tires on our cars, and one of the things I love, when you buy 4 new tires, you get 4 free oil changes. So remember, guys, if you're even thinking about buying tires, be sure to check out Grismer Auto Service Centers.
More people are listening to while they work every day.
People.
The answer is Easy 101.
Easy 101 plays your favorite songs of yesterday and today in a uniquely relaxing way. So tomorrow, while you're working and you feel a need to relax, where do you turn?
Easy 101. Listen at work.
Dancing on the beat.
their 10th game in a row. 76-80, 48.6 left on the clock. It would be Park City Stinger basketball. This may be their last opportunity to put points on the board. They need a basket, at least 2 to 3 points right now. It will be Park City basketball. Kelly's going to pass the ball inside to Stribbling. Stribbling one-on-one with Miller. Gets a wide open lane. Doesn't take it. Miller back out in front. Passes it over to Washington. Washington at the top of the key one-on-one with Curry. He's going to attack right, attack left. Gets a wide open lane. Tries to shoot it. No good. Out to Chuck Hayes for the three-pointer is good. And it is a 1-point lead for the Dayton Wolves as Miller's rushing the floor. 25 seconds left. Needs to slow it down. Doesn't have really that much time. Miller tried to kick it down low over to Johnson. Johnson for good on the 2 points. Time out. Park City Stingers yet again. And I think that will do it, ladies and gentlemen. 79-82, 19.9. A 3-point lead for the Dayton Wolves. It will be a 20-second timeout. Therefore, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to stay right here. Live on AAU World Tour Radio. Eddie, the Dayton Wolves on top 3. Park City Stingers been shooting bombs all night long. Chuck Hayes, Braden Stribbling, Chris Washington. The list goes on. Can the Dayton Wolves hold this out in order for Park City Stingers to miss? Do you go from a man-to-man to a 2-3, Eddie, or do you continue with a full-court press trying to get this team to not fire no triples? With time ticking down, the pass inside immediately to Washington. Washington one-on-one with Curry. Passes it over to Stribbling. Stribbling one-on-one with Miller. Rotates to the right side. Kicks it down low to Washington. Washington out to Hayes for 3. That one, no good. Rebounded by Kelly. Kelly gives it out to Hayes. Hayes over to Washington. Washington to Stribbling. Stribbling for 3 in the face of Miller is good. And it will be a tie game, ladies and gentlemen, with 1.7 left on the clock in the fourth quarter of play. A huge, huge triple for Stribbling in the left corner to tie this game up, Eddie. 82-82, 1.7. And we'll be right back live on AAU World Tour Radio to see if the Dayton Wolves can knock down and revisit the game on Mother's Day 2017 against the Lake Erie Monsters when Chance Miller bombed the 2-pointer at the buzzer at the free throw line to take a 2-point lead. The score 76-78. Now the Dayton Wolves can do it 82-84 with 1.7 left on the clock. Can the Dayton Wolves make the go-ahead bucket? We'll find out when we return live on AAU World Tour Radio.
As a teacher or a parent, do you worry about what the future holds for your students in a world of constant change? Will there be jobs for them? Is Ohio a good place for them to create their future? Believe in Ohio is a free new program from the Ohio Academy of Science that helps Ohio high school students prepare for the future and encourages them to become the innovators and entrepreneurs Ohio will need to create jobs and prosperity in the future. Believe in Ohio helps students develop the critical thinking skills they'll need later in life and offers them an opportunity to compete for nearly $2 million in cash awards and college scholarships. Ohio's high school science, technology, and business teachers will also benefit from Believe in Ohio through participation grants, professional development, and more. It can also help them be recognized as accomplished teachers under Ohio's new teacher evaluation system.
Teachers, find out how you and your students can participate this school year at believeinohio.org. Students and parents, find out at believeinohio.org how students can participate even if their teacher or school does not.
gentlemen, to AAU Auto Radio. We have a tie game with 1.7 seconds left in the fourth quarter of play. Just one more play for the Dayton Wolves, but can they create the ball for breeding magic tonight? As Johnson's going to pass the ball into Curry. Curry has to automatically fire and no good. And ladies and gentlemen, we are now headed to midnight basketball as the end of regulation has subsided. Dayton Wolves, Park City Stinkers, 82 apiece. Don't go anywhere, ladies and gentlemen, because when we return live on AAU Auto Radio, we are back in the studios breaking down everything that has happened through 4 quarters of play just before midnight basketball. The start of overtime is next. Don't go anywhere, ladies and gentlemen. This has been a tremendous game.
I just can't lose control.
More people are listening to while they work every day.
People.
The answer is Easy 101.
Easy 101 plays your favorite songs of yesterday and today in a uniquely relaxing way. So tomorrow, while you're working and you feel a need to relax, where do you turn?
Easy 101. Listen at work.
Discover the difference of Kiss 100 FM.
You are so beautiful. I love you just the way you are.
Kiss 100 plays a 40-minute kiss of continuous music almost every hour, every day.
You are the sun, you are the rain.
Enjoy more music with fewer interruptions on Kiss 100.
Hey Dayton, stop. If you are even thinking about buying tires, be sure to check out Grismer Auto Service Centers. Hey everybody, it's Jeff Stevens from the Mixed Morning Show. They have 16 locations for your tire and automotive service needs. Every time I turn around, somewhere around the Dayton area, there's another Grismer tire location. We have Grismer tires on our cars, and one of the things I love, when you buy 4 new tires, you get 4 free oil changes. So remember, guys, if you're even thinking about buying tires, be sure to check out Grismer Auto Service Centers.
Who's in the shadows? Who's ready to play? Are we the hunters or are we the prey? Who's in the shadows? Who's ready to play? Are we the hunters or are we the prey?
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the studios. We are now in overtime. Welcome to Midnight Basketball. It is now 12 a.m. on the dot. Well, probably a little bit over 12 a.m., but of course, it is 12 a.m. nonetheless, which means Midnight Basketball. Eddie, well, first, Kate Remy, of course, myself, Eddie Turner, always to my right. We are still here bringing you this action because we are in overtime as the Dayton Wolves and the Park City Stingers tied up at 82 apiece. And, of course, it has been one hell of a battle all night long, but, of course, one team has to win, one team has to lose. And, of course, the Dayton Wolves, Eddie, maintained at least a 4 to 5 point lead in the late stages of this game, but Park City, however, was able to tie this game up thanks to Chris Washington as well as Chuck Hayes. for the Park City Stingers. They was able to tie this game up and force overtime. Now, we usually say that whenever the Dayton Wolves trail by a margin and catch back up, then the game is pretty much over. But what do you say vice versa? Dayton Wolves on top at one point in this game by 4 to 5 points, and Park City was able to come all the way back. And luckily, Chris Washington was able to, Striblin was able to bury the left corner three-pointer in the face of C. Miller to tie this game up at 82 apiece. I mean, if you're the Dayton Wolves, Chance Miller right now, what are you thinking? Nothing that you have done tonight is able to stop Braven Striblin, who now has 21 points in the game after that three-point bomb with just seconds left, 1.7 seconds left. In the fourth quarter of play, Braven Striblin was able to bomb the three-pointer after Kelly grabbed an offensive rebound down on the low block after Washington missed a free throw jumper. Striblin was able to connect to tie this game up. If you're C. Miller right now, what are you thinking right now? How he's called every play, Eddie. Every play, every zone, every man-to-man, every press. He's called them all tonight. And Park City is still able to counter the attack, counter the defense on the Dayton Wolves. I mean, if you're C. Miller and you're the point guard, you're the team captain leading your team into overtime, what are you telling your team right now?
Well, Kate, I don't think Miller should be telling anybody anything right now. I mean, he has to work on his game nonetheless as well. He is the team captain right now, and he has to work on his game because he's not doing so good tonight. I mean, although that his points, his assists do amount up to his gameplay. He's doing a fantastic job on those two, but of course he's still nonetheless turning the ball over for the Dayton Wolves, as well as he's not really connecting from beyond the three-point line. We have yet to hear the sirens, as well as the storm. But nonetheless, Dayton Wolves is in a fight tonight, Kate. And if I was the coach coming into this game, coming into overtime, I would be focusing on my star player. My team captain, who is going to be leading. He has to get Miller ready for this last 5 minutes, 4 to 5 minutes of battle coming up in just a minute right here live on AAU World Tour Radio. But Park City Stingers doing an amazing job of doing everything tonight. 32 of 66 from the field goals, which is a 48% shooting tonight from Park City. 9 of 23 from the three-point land, which is a 39%. We're going to rule it in as a 9 of 13 from the charity strike, which is a 69% for Park City Stingers. So the Park City Stingers doing an amazing job of utilizing everything that they've worked hard for. I know that their practice leading into this game was heroic, as they knew they was going to be in a fight of their life. But the Dayton Wolves is really not here tonight. I really don't see the Dayton Wolves are winning tonight, due to the fact is that the Dayton Wolves led at 1 point, Kate, by 4 to 5 points late in the in the fourth quarter of play. Park City Stingers was able to bomb 2 triples to tie this game up with just 40 seconds left in the fourth quarter of play. Now, if this is the Dayton Wolves team that we've known, the Dayton Wolves would have ended this game in the fourth quarter of play when the Dayton Wolves was up 4 to 5 late in the fourth quarter of play. The Dayton Wolves would have locked down defensively. To take this game. The Dayton Wolves, however, did not. Their defense tonight has been horrible, in my opinion. If you look at the turnover ratio, Park City tonight, 9 turnovers as a whole. Dayton Wolves, 14 turnovers. Kate, and half of these turnovers is coming from the point guard, Chance Miller, who has 8 turnovers tonight to end 4 quarters of play. And of course, we still have one overtime to play. I just don't see that the Dayton Wolves will be, taking this game, and I'm still standing by my double-digit turnovers for tonight. Due to the fact is that, Chance Miller is having one of those games where he's trying to do a little bit too much in order for the Dayton Wolves to try to come back to win this game. I know the Dayton Wolves is trying to get their 10 games winning streak tonight, but they have to play as a group. They have to pass the ball around, and not only pass the ball around, they have to connect on their open shots. The Dayton Wolves had plenty of opportunities, as well as Park City Stingers, Kate, to trade baskets with the Park City Stingers, but they had opportunities after opportunities to take this lead even more when the game was tied at 70 apiece late in the third quarter of play, 72-72 or 74-74, whichever one. It was between one of the two, Kate. But the Dayton Wolves really could not connect, as well as Park City Stingers. The Dayton Wolves has to do a way better job as far as leading this team, especially for Chance Miller. But he really hasn't taken a lot of shots, Kate. He really hasn't did a lot for the Dayton Wolves. He's only missed one free throw so far tonight, but the turnovers is what's killing the Dayton Wolves tonight.
We've talked about it before, Eddie. We've talked about this earlier in the night. But Miller has been averaging more turnovers than usual in the past months of AAU World Tour basketball. And not only is that killing the Dayton Wolves as a game that should be a blowout, ladies and gentlemen, a game that should be, because that I'm always on the side of the Dayton Wolves, always trying to find the reasons to why the Dayton Wolves will pull this game out and everything else. But Miller has been struggling with the turnovers in the past couple of months, past couple of games inside the AAU World Tour League. And tonight it is no different. Through four quarters of play, through 2 quarters of play, at the break, at halftime, ladies and gentlemen, Miller's turnovers was up to 6. And from the first half, from the third quarter on to the fourth quarter, Miller's turnovers has went up by 4, which he now has 8 turnovers tonight in the game, as well as 24 points, 1 rebound, 9 assists, 1 steals. 1 steal, 8 turnovers, as I just mentioned, 8 of 15 from the field goals, 3 of 9 from beyond, and 5 of 6 from the charity strike. So, yes, Miller has been struggling with his turnovers in the past couple of weeks. He's gotten to that number 3 spot in the AAU All-Star Weekend due to the fact is that he's averaging 25 points a game. He's averaging 9.2 assists per game, but his turnovers has went down dramatically from where he's at right now, 8 turnovers. You remember his record was 9 against PNW, Pacific Northwest, when the Pacific Northwest Basketball Club was in the jungle. But it has went down from there. It was at 5.3 coming into this game. But in his last game, he's averaged 6-7 turnovers. This game, it is 8 turnovers, and we still have 4 or 5 minutes left of play. So hopefully Miller can keep it right here. He's only went up 4. Hopefully he can, this last 4 to 5 minutes of AAU basketball, he maintains his control of the ball. He looks for open men, because the Dayton Wolves, they have to start knocking down their shots. See, Miller has to start leading this floor. I know he's done his tail tonight, but of course, as you see, 82-82 at the end of regulation is not enough. Miller has to put that extra umph in, and he has to display of what he's worked on. This game right here is what makes AAU World Tour National Champions, and Miller has to do his justice. You talked about the Park City Stingers, 48% shooting from the field goals, Eddie, 39% shooting from beyond, 69 from the charity stripe. We're going to talk about the Dayton Wolves now, 33 of 62 from the field goals as a group, 53%. We're going to rule that in as 8 of 27 from beyond, which is the 3-point line, which is a 30% as a group, 8 of 27. And of course, Miller, 3 of 9 from the 3-point line. So Miller trying to get his team on these 3-pointers, 9 of 23 for PCS, 39% shooting. Dayton Wolves 8 of 27, which is a 30%. But the Dayton Wolves is on fire from the charity stripe. One miss, and that goes to C. Miller as he shoots 5 of 6 from the charity strike. With the Dayton Wolves as a group shooting 8 of 9 from the free throw line. 89%. We're going to roll that in there as you can round up to 90%. Either way you look at it, the Dayton Wolves is making them pay from the free throw line. You look at the assists, the Dayton Wolves leading the assists 28-22 against the Park City Stingers. Defensive rebounds, Dayton Wolves leading 29 of 23. Turnovers, as Eddie mentioned before, 14 the Dayton Wolves has as a group, 9 for the Park City Stingers. Biggest lead so far, ladies and gentlemen, through 4 quarters of play. The Dayton Wolves trailing. The Park City Stingers led at 1 point by 6. 6-4. The Dayton Wolves has led this game by 4 points, which is their biggest lead. The Park City Stingers hold the advantage. Steals, Park City Stingers lead that one 14 to the Dayton Wolves 8. And of course, we're talking about the bench players. Manny Reeves, well, not Manny Reeves, but Mike Wales, Stephen Curry, who has been coming off the bench. This is his first time actually running the point guard position for the Dayton Wolves. So you know the Dayton Wolves is trying to look for an answer. If Stephen Curry is running the point guard as Mike Wells and Chance Miller sits out to catch a breather. And believe it or not, Eddie, the Dayton Wolves upcoming star, we're going to say rising star, because I wouldn't mind seeing him in the rookie showcase at the AAU All-Star Weekend. But Stephen Curry did an amazing job of running the floor for the Dayton Wolves when he was on the floor running the one spot. 2 assists, I believe, that he gained during his time running the floor for the Dayton Wolves. I think it was early in the second quarter of play, or the start of the third quarter, I believe. And he's done an amazing job. He's also on the top 3 for the Dayton Wolves. But he's also having a little trouble with Chris Washington tonight, Eddie.
Well, absolutely. Chris Washington has studied his film. He's taken everything into context tonight. He's actually showing us that he can lead this team as well. I mean, we've seen tonight that Park City Stingers has so many stars on their team that it's ridiculous that they are not in the top 10 as of right now, Kate. Tonight is the night that we have seen a true side of the Park City Stingers, and I would be pretty upset if Park City Stingers in the next coming months of AAU World Tour basketball leading into AAU World Tour Nationals, Park City Stingers is not amongst the 8 that will be in AAU World Tour Nationals. I will be pretty upset if I do not see the Park City Stingers amongst the 8K, because tonight is the night that the Park City Stingers will complete this upset. They have already proven that they can compare with the Dayton Wolves. They can compete with the Dayton Wolves. And Chris Washington for Park City Stingers is nonetheless, he is not about to let this game go to a loss, as well as Braven Strickland for PCS. This game right here tells the tale for the Park City Stingers, and I wouldn't mind seeing any of these top 3 for PCS in the AAU All-Star Weekend. I mean, this game right here, Kate, is amongst the classics. Down so many, not a lot. 6 and 4 is the biggest lead totals for both teams. Of course, PCS leading with 6. But this game right here, this has been a back and forth contest. This has been a phenomenal game. You look at Braven Strickland, Kate, because our time is running down, but 21 points tonight, 7 assists, 1 steal, 2 turnovers. He's shooting 9 of 25 from the field goals, 3 of 7 from beyond. You look at Hakeem Cruz down in the low block, doing an amazing job helping out Seth Kelly, as well as Chuck Hayes down in the low block. Cruz 11 points, 5 rebounds, 2 steals, and he's shooting 5 of 7 from the field goal, 0 of 1 from beyond, and 1 of 2 from the charity stripe. Then you round off with Chris Washington, a longtime friend, a brother to Chance Miller, as he will say in his own words. Chris Washington, 10 points, 1 rebound, 5 assists, 2 steals, 4 of 9 from the field goals, 2 of 4 from beyond. Park City Stingers top three doing an amazing job. Braden Stribling leading the way, 21 points. Of course, Chance Miller having struggles guarding Braden Stribling tonight, as well as Curry, who has stepped in the point guard position, and Mike Wales. This has just been a phenomenal game for the Park City Stingers, Kate. And regardless, you know, I'm still sticking with the Park City Stingers of walking away with the victory tonight.
All right, well, we're going to round this off. Chance Miller ending 4 quarters of play, coming into Midnight Basketball. 24 points, 1 rebound, 9 assists, 1 steal, 8 turnovers, ladies and gentlemen. He's shooting 8 of 15 from the field goals, 3 of 9 from beyond, and 5 of 6 from the charity strike. You look at Stephen Curry, 14 points, 2 rebounds, 2 assists, which he got when he was running the 1 spot at the start of the third quarter. 2 turnovers tonight, 5 of 12 from the field goals, 4 of 10 from outside. And of course, Keith Brown rounding off the top 3 for the Dayton Wolves. 10 points, 5 rebounds, 2 assists, just 1 turnover, 4 of 5 from the field goals, and a perfect 2 of 2 from the cherry strike. Ladies and gentlemen, that will do it for our coverage right here in the studios. Again, when we return live on AAU War Tour Radio, we begin Midnight Basketball, where things is just a little bit more intense. Which team will pull this game out? Can the Dayton Wolves win 10 in a row? Or will the Park City Stingers do what PNW as well as the Memphis Kings have done earlier in the season? And that is win in the jungle. One of the toughest places to play. We will find out when we return right here live on AAU War Tour Radio. K. Remy, myself, Eddie Turner, always to my right. This has been presented by Inside Drive Phenomenon. And of course, stay with us, ladies and gentlemen. to AAU War Tour Radio. The Dayton Wolves and the Park City Stingers deadlock at 82 apiece. It's the start of Midnight Basketball. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. This has been a terrific game all night long. Chance Miller, 24 points in the game, 9 assists. Braden Stribling, 21.7 assists. As it would be Dayton Wolves basketball after the jump off. Miller up at the top of the key. He's going to be one-on-one with Stribling, trying to kick it down low to Curry. And it is picked off by Carr. Up the floor to Stribling. Stribling inside the Cruz. Cruz is good on the slam for a 2-point lead. 84-82. Miller trying to regroup yet again at the top of the key yet again. At the free throw line, trying to kick it to Johnson. Turnover yet again. Stolen by Washington. Washington all the way at the free throw line. And it's another 2 on the other end for the Park City Stingers. Dayton Wolves now trailing 4. Miller now 10 turnovers tonight. 2 already in overtime as Miller kicks it down low to Johnson. Johnson out to Jamison. Jamison over to Curry. Curry back to Miller. Miller rotates to the right side of the floor. Crosses left, crosses right, goes in. It's blocked down low by Kelly. And is rebounded by Stribling. Stribling turns the ball over. Good steal from Miller. Miller's going to kick it up to Johnson. Johnson out to Jamison. Jamison for a shot. And it's good on the 2 points for the Dayton Wolves to make it back to a 2-point lead. As we are now 2:50 left in overtime. As the Dayton Wolves crowd starts to get live. Stribling kicks it over to Smith. Smith all the way across court. Right corner to Washington. Washington will be double teamed by Jamison and Curry. Down low to Carr. And it's good on the 2 points yet again. 88-84, 2:30. Miller kicks it down low to Jamison. Jamison down at the top. He's going to kick it over to Johnson. Johnson back to Jamison. Jamison, Johnson. Johnson back to Jamison. Miller for three after an assist by Jamison, but that bucket no good. Rebounded by Chuck Hayes. He gives it off to Striblin. Striblin left corner. One-on-one with Miller. Gets a screen by Kelly. Fires it on the corner. And it's good on the 2 points, forcing the Dayton Wolves with a timeout. It is now a 6-point game with 2:03 left in overtime, ladies and gentlemen. The Dayton Wolves may have just lost this game, but when we return, we find out it is a full timeout. 90-84, 2:03, as I mentioned before. We'll be right back live on the AAU World Tour.
Discover the difference of Kiss 100 FM.
You are so beautiful. I love you just the way you are.
Kiss 100 plays a 40-minute kiss of continuous music almost every hour, every day.
You are the sun, you are the rain.
Enjoy more music with fewer interruptions on Kiss 100.
Hey Dayton, stop. If you are even thinking about buying tires, be sure to check out Grismer Auto Service Centers. Hey everybody, it's Jeff Stevens from the Mixed Morning Show. They have 16 locations for your tire and automotive service needs. Every time I turn around, somewhere around the Dayton area, there's another Grismer tire location. We have Grismer tires on our cars, and one of the things I love, when you buy 4 new tires, you get 4 free oil changes. So remember guys, if you're even thinking about buying tires, be sure to check out Grismer Auto Service Centers.
As a teacher or a parent, do you worry about what the future holds for your students in a world of constant change? Will there be jobs for them? Is Ohio a good place for them to create their future? Believe in Ohio is a free new program from the Ohio Academy of Science that helps Ohio high school students prepare for the future and encourages them to become the innovators and entrepreneurs Ohio will need to create jobs and prosperity in the future. Believe in Ohio helps students develop the critical thinking skills they'll need later in life and offers them an opportunity to compete for nearly $2 million in cash awards and college scholarships. Ohio's high school science, technology, and business teachers will also benefit from Believe in Ohio through participation grants, professional development, and more. It can also help them be recognized as accomplished teachers under Ohio's new teacher evaluation system.
Teachers, find out how you and your students can participate this school year at believeinohio.org. Students and parents, find out at believeinohio.org how students can participate even if their teacher or school does not.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to AAU World Tour Radio. Port City Stingers on top of the Dayton Wolves live in Midnight Basketball. 90-84, 2:03 left in overtime as Winston passes the ball into Miller. Miller at the top of the key is going to bounce pass it to Johnson. Johnson back to Miller. Miller at the top of the key, one-on-one with Strickland. Passes it over to Manny Reeves, who is now in the game for the first time since Toronto. He kicks it over to Winston. Winston to Miller. Miller over to Watkins. Watkins back to Manny. Manny for a shot. Points for his first 2 back since his injury for the Toronto Terror game. A broken nose, 2 to 4 weeks was his deadline, but he exceeded. The Strickland passes it down low to number 30, which is Seth Kelly. No, that's Dominic Carr, I believe. I don't believe that's Carr either, but it's number 30 for the Park City Stingers. And it is Carr, actually. And he now heads to the line for 2 to make this an 8-point game, as his first one is good. It is now 91-86, 1:30 on the clock in overtime. Dayton Wolves in serious trouble right now, ladies and gentlemen. But if you've been with us throughout the night, starting at 9:15, you've known how far this game has come. The second one is good, 92-86. As Miller kicks it down low to Johnson. Johnson back into Miller. Miller's good on the 2 points this time. And that would now be 26 points tonight, I believe. 26 points, 9 assists. On a rebound, 92-88. Striblin kicks it over to Carr. Carr back to Striblin. This crowd wants a stop to make this a one-possession game, one-on-one with Miller. Striblin passes it down low to Cruz. Cruz is fouled by Johnson yet again. And he will head to the line for another 2 for the Park City Stingers. And that has been the tale of the night, Eddie. Park City Stingers has been attacking down low. They have been making their free throws count, as this one is good for the Park City Stingers. 93-88. The lead continues to grow as the time continues to tick down. 1:08 left in midnight basketball. For the Dayton Wolves, either lose this game or force another midnight basketball edition. The second one is good for the Park City Stingers. 94-88 is the score. 1 minute now ticking. Miller kicks it over to Watkins. Watkins back to Miller. Miller gets a screen right side from Winston, but goes left. Strickland picks up the reaching foul. And that will force the Dayton Wolves to take it back out from an inbound. Park City Stingers. Well, Chris Johnson passes it into Miller. Miller is good on the triple to make this a 3-point game. 29 points tonight, 10 of 19 from the field goals, 4 of 11. Strickland wide open down low at the free throw line, lobs it up, no good. On his floater, rebounded by Manny Reeves. Manny Reeves going to give it to Miller. Miller down low to Winston. Winston gets blocked down low by Carr. And it will force the Dayton Wolves to foul with 35.8 left. And it will be Hayes headed to the line for 2. As the Dayton Wolves see Miller 29 points in this game. Eddie Bauman, a crucial 3-pointer. Now the Dayton Wolves has to hope, pray for some misses at the free throw line. 36.8 seconds left, down by 3, 94-91. Can Hayes knock down these 2 free throws?
Yes, I believe Hayes will knock down these 2 free throws. The crowd gets loud, knocks down the first one. It's not a 4-point game. Heads back to the line for yet another one. That one is good. It's not a 5-point game, but it gets an inbound pass. Crosses right, crosses left. Crosses behind his back at the top of the key. Pass it over to Winston. Winston to Johnson. Johnson for 3. That one no good. Forcing the Dayton Wolves to foul. Hayes yet again. Manny Reeves commits the foul. That one actually will send Miller into a frenzy. He is giving an earful to Chris Johnson on that 3-point field goal, which may have just cost the Dayton Wolves this game. 96-91, 25.3. And Hayes' first one drops in, and it's now a 6-point lead for PCS. Winds up for his second one. His second one is good as well. The Dayton Wolves will not call a timeout. Watkins will pass it into Manny Reeves. Manny Reeves kicks it up to Miller. Miller fires the three-pointer. Yes, sir. And it's now 32 points in the game for C. Miller as he hurry-ups and commits the foul to stop the clock. Striblin will head to the line for two now. It is 98-94 off of Miller's three-point field goal. 16.9 seconds left. Kate Striblin has an opportunity to end this game yet again for Park City Stingers.
Well, his first out of two, ladies and gentlemen, is good. And as you can hear from the fans, that is a dagger to the Dayton Wolves. His second one drops in, and that will force the Dayton Wolves on a timeout. With 18.9 seconds left, ladies and gentlemen. We will be right back live on AAU Tour Radio for the conclusion of this edition of Midnight Basketball. Dayton Wolves trail 100 to 94 against the Park City Stingers.
As a teacher or a parent, do you worry about what the future holds for your students in a world of constant change? Will there be jobs for them? Is Ohio a good place for them to create their future? Believe in Ohio is a free new program from the Ohio Academy of Science that helps Ohio high school students prepare for the future and encourages them to become the innovators and entrepreneurs Ohio will need to create jobs and prosperity in the future. Believe in Ohio helps students develop the critical thinking skills they'll need later in life and offers them an opportunity to compete for nearly $2 million in cash awards and college scholarships. Ohio's high school science, technology, and business teachers will also benefit from Believe in Ohio through participation grants, professional development, and more. It can also help them be recognized as accomplished teachers under Ohio's new teacher evaluation system.
Teachers, find out how you and your students can participate this school year at believeinohio.org. Students and parents, find out at believeinohio.org how students can participate even if their teacher or school does not.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to AAU Tour Radio as we continue to conclude our third edition of AAU War Tour Midnight Basketball, featuring the Dayton Wolves, 194 Park City Stingers. Johnson gives it in to Miller. Miller fires the triple. No good. Rebounded by Johnson. Johnson out to Watkins. Watkins to Winston. Winston to Miller. Miller for three. You can count it. It is a 3-point game for the Park City Stingers as Manny Reeves commits yet another foul to stop the clock. There will be 35 points in the game for Chance Miller as he has brought it back down to 3 points. And it will be Park City shooting at the free throw line. I'm trying to see. Washington will be shooting at the free throw line. His first out of two is good on the first. He winds up for his second one. Dayton Wolves, Chance Miller, 35 points in the game. Washington's second free throw, no good. And it will be rebounded by Winston. Automatic timeout for the Dayton Wolves. It will be their last timeout tonight. 101-97, 8.6. It will be a full timeout. Therefore, we'll be right back live on AAU War Tour Radio for this time the conclusion of Midnight Basketball. Dayton Wolves down 4. Can Miller bomb yet another three-pointer when we return to make this a 1-point lead. Don't go anywhere, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to AAU Water Radio. We are about to conclude this intense battle between the Dayton Wolves and the Park City Stingers. 101-97, 8.5. It's a pass inside to Miller. Miller grabs it. He's going to rotate down the low block. Fires the three-pointer. No good. It will be rebounded down the low block by Carr, and that will do it. Dayton Wolves' 9-game winning streak has been snapped in the jungle by the Park City Stingers with a score of 101-97. Huge victory for the Park City Stingers tonight. But of course, player of the game. First, we're gonna go down and to Christine Lee, who is going to be talking to some of the players. So first we're going to dish it down to Christine. We'll talk to you guys after.
Man, Chance Miller, real quick, if you could just give us some... Get those cameras.
Guys, if you could just do us a favor and back up, let the players get into the locker room, and then after they get settled and everything, then you guys will be able to do your post-game interviews. But at this time, no cameras, no microphones. Just let them, get settled in, get ready. Or not, I guess. Right at it, Chance Miller denying the post-game interview. It was a very, very close game, but the Dayton Wolves, of course, loses their 9-game winning streak tonight against the Park City Stingers, 101-97 after overtime. And we was gonna do some post-game interviews down on the court side, but of course, I don't really think the Dayton Wolves want to talk about anything right now. Park City Stingers going ahead and celebrating their victory tonight. So, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to end this podcast down courtside. But of course, stay with us right here live on AAU Water Radio. We just have one more segment. And of course, that is the post-game wrap-up show presented by Inside Drive Phenomenon. It's time to break down all the statistics. Finally ending this game tonight. The Park City Stingers, of course, as we mentioned, won it in overtime, 101-97. And ladies and gentlemen, don't go anywhere, because when we return, we start breaking down some more stats to end this game. And then we're going to be talking about this epic game coming up for the Dayton Wolves yet again against the Chicago Lockdown. So, ladies and gentlemen, stay with us right here live on AAU World Tour Radio. All right, welcome back to the studios, ladies and gentlemen, as we have finally concluded this number 2 seeded Dayton Wolves versus the Park City Stingers game. And of course, the Dayton Wolves lost it in midnight basketball overtime by the score of 101-97. And it was a great matchup all night long. But the Park City Stingers was able to pursue the upset. We're going to say that. Pursue the upset. Park City Stingers pulled out the win. The third team so far this season to beat the Dayton Wolves in the jungle. And we're going to jump straight into the statistics. Ending this game, we've been talking about C. Miller all night long for the Dayton Wolves. Well, he finished tonight's game 35 points, 1 rebound, 9 assists, 2 steals. And to go along with those 35 points and 9 assists, he adds 10 turnovers through tonight's game. That is the most turnovers for the Dayton star Chance Miller in his season so far through the 2017-2018 AAU War Tour League season. He shot 12 of 23 from the field goal, 6 of 15 from beyond, as well as 5 of 6 still from the free throw line. Curry for the Dayton Wolves, second time rounding off the Dayton Wolves top 3. He is number 2. This is his second time being number 2. For the top 3 key players for the Dayton Wolves to end this game, 14 points, 2 rebounds, 2 assists, as well as shooting 5 of 12 from the field goals, 4 of 10 from beyond. You look at Keith Brown rounding off the top 3 for the Dayton Wolves, 10 points, 5 rebounds, 2 assists, and he shot 4 of 5 from from the field goals inside. For the Dayton Wolves. That will round off for the Dayton Wolves. And all tonight, the Dayton Wolves shot 39 of 74 from the field goals, which is a 63%. 11 of 34 from the beyond, which is a 32%. And 8 of 9 from the free throw line. And that one miss goes to Chance Miller, as of course he shot 5 of 6. From the charity strike. Dayton Wolves in all 8 of 9 from the charity strike, 16 turnovers in all. Miller was responsible for 10 of those turnovers. 4 points was the biggest lead the Dayton Wolves encountered throughout the night, just 4 points. And other than that, the Dayton Wolves trailed pretty much throughout the entire course of this game besides the fourth quarter of play. Dayton Wolves, 40 points in the paint, 31 defensive rebounds, 9 steals, and 34 assists. As a group, I mean, Eddie, we've known how big this game was coming into this game. The Dayton Wolves 9-game winning streak has been snapped. Miller did not want to speak with Inside Drive as well as us after the game. But you know, I mean, it's kind of, we kind of understand why. This was a very, very, very complex game for the Dayton Wolves. I mean, it started out very rough for the Dayton Wolves. I mean, it started out, even for both the teams, but the Park City Stingers had the momentum throughout this night, tonight. But the Dayton Wolves was able to mold it together, come together, and give Park City Stingers a run for their money. As far as being the number 2 team in the league. But now that the Dayton Wolves has encountered their first loss out of many in the past couple of months of play, when the Lake Erie Monsters was on their 10-game winning streak, the Lake Erie Monsters lost to the Atlanta Celtics. And they dropped from number 1 to number 4, but the Lake Erie Monsters has progressed back up to number 1. The Dayton Wolves still at number 2. So do you see the Dayton Wolves actually dropping from the number 2 back to number 3 or number 4? Or do you think the Dayton Wolves will sit at number 2?
Well, Kate, I think the Dayton Wolves will be okay. Number 2, they are 22-5, I believe. No, 22-5, week 27, 22-5. So the Dayton Wolves should be still stuck at number 2, I believe. Lake Erie Monsters' record is 22-4. Dayton Wolves is now 22-5. Yes. So Toronto Terrors 23-4. So yeah, the Dayton Wolves may go down to number 4. I believe, if I'm looking at it right, you have the Lincoln Monsters 22-4, Dayton Wolves was now 22-5. Toronto Terror 23-4, Greenwood Elite 23-6. So the Dayton Wolves will probably be at number 3. They'll probably go down one spot. Lake Erie Monsters still going to be number 1. The Toronto Terror at number 2 because they are 23-4. The Dayton Wolves 22-5 will be number 3. Greenwood Elite 23-6. They will be still at number 4. So yeah, I mean, although the Dayton Wolves did have their number 2 spot, I mean, they was short-lived. Miller was displaying his anger for, the loss tonight. Like Chris Washington said, he's known Miller for a very long time, and Miller is not the one to, take losing very lightly. He doesn't like to lose. He's a very competitive player. So Miller just needs his time, right now. But I mean, he really can't be mad at nobody but himself, Kate, because Miller was the key player of this loss. Just because he did have 10 turnovers, we compare Chance Miller from December 26, 2017 at the Christmas Classic tournament to April 15th, 2018 when the Dayton Wolves battled the Park City Stingers. 33 points in December 26th for C. Miller, 35 points tonight. He finished with 8 assists December 26th. Miller finished with 9 assists tonight, April 15th, 2018. 10 steals for December 26, 2017. 10 turnovers tonight, April 15th, 2018. So it's almost identical to the last time that these teams played. But Miller really, was off his game tonight, regardless of his 35 points and 9 assists. But the Dayton Wolves has to put this in the back of their minds. C. Miller has to put this game in the back of their minds. They've been in this position before where they've worked their butts off to get to a 6-game winning streak, 7-game winning streak. Now there's a 9-game winning streak. And, that one game that I was talking about that the Dayton Wolves will have, I talked about it in the Wisconsin shooter game, but tonight was the night. I thought it was going to be in the Wisconsin shooter game, but tonight was the night the Dayton Wolves, C. Miller, and the Dayton Wolves had a pretty off night, especially for Chance Miller and his 10 turnovers, which is the record now. So Miller continues to break records tonight. And I told you he was going to have 10 turnovers tonight. I told you it was just the way that he was playing, the way he looked on the floor through the first, the second, third, and the fourth quarter. The Dayton Wolves should have been out in front, especially at the break, but the Dayton Wolves was on top one. Park City Stingers, Jacob Allen, Braven Stribling, Seth Kelly, Chuck Hayes did an amazing job. They've really studied their opponents. They really remember how Chance Miller plays, and tonight was just a great night for Park City Stingers. And judging from tonight, I wouldn't mind seeing the Park City Stingers rise in the power rankings and the ranks anyway. But Dayton Wolves has to put this in the back of their minds because they have another huge matchup coming up against the Chicago Lockdown, which will be the first televised game for the AAU War Tour League on Chicago, Illinois TV, Dayton, Ohio TV, and of course on Next Gen Network, where us in the AAU War Tour League will be putting some money up so some of the fans out there can actually witness this game as it will be live on the Next Gen Network as well as all over AAU War Tour Radio, of course. So ladies and gentlemen, be sure to subscribe to the Next Gen Network and be a part of this huge epic game, because if we see anything like we seen tonight, Chicago and the Dayton Wolves will be going back into midnight basketball. It will be their second time going into midnight basketball. Chicago Lockdown was the first team to send the Dayton Wolves to midnight basketball, and the fact that it will be back in the jungle, that was in Chicago, Illinois, and now that we've just seen the Dayton Wolves lose tonight, Chicago Lockdown has the momentum to come in and do the exact same thing the Park City Stingers did tonight.
Well, that game will be taking off, of course, 1 week. Well, it was 1 week from yesterday. It is Monday, which is April 16th. So that game will be taken off April 22nd, 2018. The Dayton Wolves will be back at home against the Chicago Lockdown. But we've already talked about the Dayton Wolves. Now we're going to move to the Park City Stingers because our time is running out in the studios or here live on AAU World Tour Radio. Braven Stribling, of course, was the key player for the Park City Stingers. I'm not going to say player of the game. He was the key player for the Park City Stingers. 25 points, 1 rebound, 8 assists, 1 steal, 10 of 27 from the field goals, 3 of 7 from the three-point land, as well as a perfect 2 of 2 from the charity strike. He was just a handful for Chance Miller tonight, as well as vice versa. Miller 35 points, 9 assists, 25 points, Stribling 8 assists. And it was just one of those nights. Stribling had an amazing game to lead his team to victory. Hakeem Cruz down in the low block. We talk about Miller having trouble with Stribling tonight. How about Chris Johnson, Dwight Winston having trouble with Hakeem Cruz, as well as Chuck Hayes tonight. Cruz 17 points, 6 rebounds, 2 steals, 1 block, 7 of 9 from the field goals, 0 of 1 from outside, 3 of 4 from the charity strike. Chuck Hayes, 14 points, 5 rebounds, 1 assist, 2 steals, 2 blocks. He finished tonight 4 of 6 from the field goals, 1 of 2 from beyond. As that one free throw, that one three-pointer came late in the fourth quarter of play to put PCS down 1. With just, 48 seconds left in the game, or maybe a little bit less. But Chuck Hayes buried his first three-pointer of the night to bring his team within 1 point. Dayton Wolves will go on down, and this is how the fourth quarter ended, ladies and gentlemen. Dayton Wolves will go down the road. Miller would pass it to Chris Johnson for the two-pointer to go up 3, 82 to 79. And Chuck Hayes, after he buried that three-pointer, a pass down low to Washington. Washington would fire on the left block. No good on his shot. Rebounded down low by Kelly. Kelly kicks it out to Chuck Hayes. Chuck Hayes finally finds Braven Stribling for the corner three-pointer in the face of C. Miller to bury the triple to tie this game with 1.7 seconds left. At the end of everything, Curry was the one to shoot the long-range triple that missed. He was on fire all night long, as we said before. From all night long from the three-point line, Curry has been a mastermind, but the one that the Dayton Wolves actually needed did not go. And from then on out, start of overtime, Chance Miller, as well as the Dayton Wolves, turned the ball over 3 times. 3 times, ladies and gentlemen. Miller was responsible for 2 of those, I believe, early stages in overtime. He had 8 turnovers to end the fourth quarter of play in regulation, and 2 turnovers to start overtime, racked in his 10 turnovers, and therefore Miller set a new record for the Dayton Wolves, 10 turnovers. The Dayton Wolves pretty much had this game lost automatically, but the player of the game goes to Seth Kelly. Who has been called in from inside draft. Seth Kelly, 9 points, 9 rebounds, 2 assists, 3 steals, 3 of 3 from the field goals, 3 of 3 from the free throw line. Did an amazing job down on the low block, creating so many opportunities for the Park City Stingers. Park City Stingers in all, 36 of 71 from the field goals, which is a 51%, 9 of 23 from the three-point line, 39%. And 20, ladies and gentlemen, 20 of 25 from the charity strike, which was ruled in at a 60%. 10 turnovers throughout the end of regulation and overtime. 10 turnovers for the Park City Stingers. Dayton Wolves was 16, of course. And Park City Stingers holds the record for the biggest lead, which was 7. Dayton Wolves was 40 points in the paint. They've got tonight 44 for the Park City Stingers, 28 defensive rebounds, 16 steals, as well as 24 assists in all as a group for the Park City Stingers. So they did an amazing job, ladies and gentlemen. That is it for our podcast as far as the number 2 seeded Dayton Wolves versus the Park City Stingers. Of course, it has been a very, very long Sunday night of AAU War Tour basketball, but of course, it has been a fantastic night. Next up for the Dayton Wolves is they are 22-5 of the season. Week 27 has concluded. The Dayton Wolves will be back, of course, April 22nd against the Chicago Lockdown right here live in the jungle. Tickets go on sale immediately starting Monday night into Tuesday morning for the early bird special. So, ladies and gentlemen, if you want to be a part of this spectacular event that is coming back to Dayton, Ohio, then, of course, you need to purchase your tickets ahead of time for the early bird special as well as everything else. And, of course, ladies and gentlemen, we will talk to you next week as the game of the month for April rings in at the Dayton Wolves and the Chicago Lockdown. Cape Remy, myself, Eddie Turner, always to my right. It has been an honor. Thank you for letting us into your homes last night, Sunday night. But thank you for letting us into your homes. Thank you for staying with us. And, of course, we will talk to you in a week.